The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of Interstate Battery's Southern Indiana high school football starts now. Presented by Jim Buckner Auto Group.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Silver Creek High School, home of the Dragons, as we get ready for a game between Silver Creek and North Harrison. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek with you tonight. Glad to be here, and looking forward to this ball game between two of the better teams in the Mid-Southern Conference this year. North Harrison 4-2 on the season, a couple of overtime wins. And then we also have Silver Creek undefeated, so good game tonight.
Well, it is. It's a beautiful night for football. A little overcast, cool temperatures, beautiful night. The Silver Creek field still looks in great shape because we haven't had any rain games, which is wonderful. And
I'm very happy about that.
Yes, and we're looking forward to a really good game. A lot of people would look at this as a mismatch that, on paper Silver Creek is so much better. They're 6-0, and North Harrison is 4-2, But I'm going to tell you, games aren't won or lost on the paper. They are won and lost on the field. And North Harrison is a fine football team with one of the better players in Southern Indiana on their team. So Silver Creek's going to have all they want tonight.
All right. Well, we'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll have your interviews with Coach Williamson, Coach PAPENHAUS, and more as our pregame gets underway. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek at Silver Creek High School as North Harrison and Silver Creek tangle on this week number 7 of Indiana high school football. Stand by, folks. We'll be back right after this.
The Locker Room is proud to be a supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Located at 319 Spring Street in historic Jeff, the Locker Room has been in business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. Owned by David Oram, the Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call 812-282-8600. That's 812-282-8600.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut-rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Allstate agent Packy Page with offices in Floyd Snobs and Jeffersonville. To find out how Allstate can put you in good hands or for a free quote, call Packy at 812-202-7271.
This is Coach Mark Williamson, North Harrison Cougars. Coach, thanks for your time. I know it's a busy time for you. This is your 9th year at North Harrison. You're 4-2 this year. You're former assistant coach at Castle, and that's where you and I first crossed paths. I was at New Albany. You were the defensive coach at Castle. We had some good games. Castle won most of them, unfortunately, for me. Coach, 2 of those 4 wins were overtime wins. One of them was against your big rival, Corydon Central. The other one was against a really good football team in Salem. Do you prepare for overtime games? Let me ask you that. How do you prepare for overtime games?
I don't think there is any preparation for overtime. It seldom happens, and it happened twice in a span of 3 weeks, and they were very similar games. We had a chance to take control in both games in the second quarter and failed to do so. I mean, the door was open for us to just take control of it and let them get momentum, both teams. And in both games, we lose the toss in overtime, so we've got the ball. And in both games, we went for 2 after we scored and didn't get it. And in both games, we got a turnover on third down to win.
So my question was going to be, do you practice that? But you can't practice with the other team turning the ball over. You can just practice hitting them hard and making them turn it over.
Yeah, it was pretty strange. Both the games were pretty doggone similar.
Yeah, Coach, do you have special plays? Like I used to run special plays from the 10-yard line in. I had what was called my goal line offense, which was somewhat different than the offense we'd run on the field. Do you have like a goal line offense or an overtime offense?
Yes, we do. We call it Nebraska, and plus we like to use a hard count in overtime on first down. That's worked for us several times, so probably shouldn't give that out there too much.
Coach, I ain't going to tell anybody, except everybody's going to hear it, but it'll be too late for them.
Yeah.
Aaron Neville is a phenomenal running back for you. 5'8", 240, I think they said.
About 230.
230, so he's lost 10 pounds since the start of the season.
Yeah.
Over 1,300 yards rushing. Tell us a little bit about him, because this is the first time we've had a chance to see your team.
He's I don't have a number as far as yards after contact, but in my career he's got more yards after contact than any back I've ever coached against or seen that I'm aware of. He breaks a lot of tackles, not shiftiness. He's not going to try to make you miss. He just gets low to the ground, and they try to get down on his legs, and he gets his forearm and shoulder pads down there on him, and he's kind of fun to watch run. I mean, he's a hard runner, and I looked according to Max Preps, he's got the most attempts in the country as a running back.
Well, I've said this before. The ball's not heavy, and he doesn't belong to a union. So there you go. He can carry it as many times as you want him to.
That's right.
And Coach, if he's getting all those yards, and I know he's a real beast of a runner, but you've got to have some bodies in the front blocking for him. Talk about your offensive line.
Oh yeah. We start out. We run a tackle over formation. So we go tackle, guard, center, guard, tight end, and to the tackle over side, we got Noah Mars, who's on the end line of scrimmage, like in the tight end position. He's 6'6", about 270. He's a junior. He is a real nice player, and we run that way a lot. Next to him is 6'4", 300 Colton Cahill, and he's a sophomore, and he started every game as a freshman. And then the guard on that side is Landon King, and he's about 6'1", 240, and he's a tough player and really good lineman for us. And it's kind of easy running behind those guys, and they're all back next year, so that's really going to be a good thing.
That's going to really help you become a lot better coach next year, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, Coach, and we were commenting about that up in the press box before we came down, is how big high school players are now. Is that amazing to you, how big these kids have gotten?
It is. It's crazy. When I first started coaching, 225 was a big player. Now, 325 is a big player.
Yeah.
It's good and bad. It's got some good things and some bad things. But normally, just the last 10 years, you're always going to have a kid on your team that's over 300 pounds. And when it's the dog days of August, that's the guy you're looking at all the time and making sure that he's doing okay.
Yeah. Coach, and it's interesting you say that, because I used to always be more concerned about the really good athletic kid who had a real good body, because they don't know when to stop. They'll just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. The big kids, they'll say, Coach, I had enough. I'm going to take a knee now, Coach.
That's right.
Coach, listen, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight. I'm looking forward to the game.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of a will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
What happened?
This second shift, This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer.
What happened?
When you find out that you have cancer, you
I'm
want
not-
to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
This is Coach Dave Papenhaus, second season with the Silver Creek Dragons, currently 14-2. You're keeping it going, Coach.
We're rolling right along right now, so we're all good right now.
Coach, I was looking at your stats, and your stats are very skewed. And the reason they're skewed is because you've had so many games that are running clock. I've got one opinion about the running clock. I'd like to ask you yours.
You know, I think it's good in the sportsmanship side of things in keeping the score down. It does, I think, the second halves go so fast with the running clocks. It's really hard to get the young guys in and get them a decent amount of meaningful time. You know, we're pretty quick to get our young guys in and try and let them have success against, you know, varsity competition. And, you know, it just seems like you get like a drive a quarter and then it's over with. So from that standpoint, you know, I'm not a fan. From the sportsmanship side, I think it's probably a good thing. But.
Yeah, and you know, I understand that. And I know you, and I know most of the coaches in your conference and most of the coaches in this area are sportsmen, and they're not going to intentionally run up a score on a team. But yet it does hurt your reinforcement player. I used to call them reinforcements. Your reinforcement players, and they're not getting the quality playing time. They're not getting their time on film that you can evaluate them. So I think, and it hurts some of your starters and some of their statistics also.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't think we've played, our starters haven't played but one full game this year. And, you know, so it does hurt their stats. And the way we spread the ball around offensively kind of, you know, hurts individual stats.
Right.
But, you know, I think when you look at it at points or yards per rush and per catch and things, you know, it all kind of bounces back out. But, yeah, the running clock's definitely stop the big stats and definitely hinder the amount of time the young guys get at the end.
Yeah. Well, in that same vein, Coach, and you're right, you really haven't been tested since the Salem game, the second game of the season. Has that hurt your team?
You know, we've looked at it like, let's focus on ourselves. We really aren't going to, you know, worry about what the other teams do. If we do what we're supposed to do, if everybody does their job, we can call any play, pull it out of a hat, and it should score every time. And the same way defensively, everyone has a gap assignment. You know, if everybody does their job, then we're going to be okay. So we've really spent a lot of time, and we prepare for the teams that we're playing, but we spent a majority of our time working on us.
So is your competition amongst your team in practice?
We have great competition. You know, we've had several guys, you know, last week at Clarksville, Carver Hoffman's a great example. The young guys got in and, you know, he had 6 carries and scored on 2 of them and went over 100 yards. And we say, you get an opportunity, who's going to make the most of it?
And you know, I'm going to go back to the game we saw a couple of weeks ago. You put a little freshman quarterback in the game and a little freshman receiver in the game, and he dropped the pass, and you came right back and let him try to catch another one. I think he ended up with a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that's the kind of coach you are, but that's the kind of way to build your program, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, the young guys take a lot of pride when they get in the game. Defensively, if there's a shutout or if it's 7 points on the board, they want to keep it there. And offensively, we tell the young guys, hey, just because you're in doesn't mean we don't expect to keep on rolling down the field. So if the young guys get in and score, we're ecstatic for them. And football's rough. Practice isn't fun. And for those young guys, the games are the reward. And if you get in on a Friday, it's a big deal being a young guy. And we want to reward those guys for the work they do during the week.
And that's a great way to look at it, because it is a reward to get in a varsity game. It's unfortunate that you're not able to pack the stands like you have been in the past, because I know the Silver Creek community, this place would be jam-packed with people.
Yeah, hopefully tonight will be the first one with no crowd restrictions as far as
good.
size.
Yeah,
so
great.
Hopefully, it does happen to fall on fall break, so hopefully we can.
And I do see someone has already pitched a tent down here at the end of the field.
Yeah,
so
we've got tents.
They can be ready to go.
And the whole deal.
Great. Coach, last question, I'll let you go. I appreciate your time. Any concern about your players looking ahead past this game to next week?
I don't think so. We've watched North Harrison, and they're awfully good. They've been in tight games all year. They're big and strong, and they're going to hit us in the mouth. And I'm really excited to see how we respond to being at such a size disadvantage and how we play power football with North Harrison.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see how our kids respond.
Well, this is one of the few games you've probably been at a size disadvantage too.
Yeah, that's true. Scottsburg was pretty big and Salem was big, but outside of that, we've kind of hung in with size with everybody.
Well, Coach, good luck tonight. Good luck the rest of the season.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks,
Thank
Coach.
you.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
The second game of the season, I popped my shoulder out of socket. So I went to the doctor a few weeks later, and they referred me to priority radiology to get an arthrogram. It was about a day later that they told me the news that I tore my labrum. Since I got the results back so quick, I got to start doing physical therapy and everything quicker, which made my recovery process a lot quicker, and I'm thankful for priority radiology for getting the results back that fast.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. Silver Creek High School, the home of the Dragons, as they get ready to take on North Harrison Cougars, and it's time for tonight's weather forecast presented by The Locker Room, your place for screen printing and embroidery in historic downtown Jeff. Visit them at 319 Spring Street or give them a call at 812-282-8600. Game time weather, it's 60 degrees is what Jim tells me. You're our official meteorologist, Jim.
I am, and the sun is setting in the west.
Again, just like last week. Partly cloudy skies, beautiful night, a little on the chilly side, but it's what you expect first week of October. And game day weather, again, thank you to our sponsor friends at The Locker Room. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Mack Construction in New Albany. Mack Construction provides safe, productive, quality workmanship in civil construction and excavation. Visit them at mackconstruction.com. Let's talk about North Harrison's keys.
Well, you know, we heard Coach Williamson talk about Neville, their fine running back, and his offensive line. So the key is for North Harrison to stay on the field, use that powerful running attack, churn up some yardage, eat the clock, and keep Silver Creek's potent offense on the sideline. That, to me, that is the biggest key of the game. He's got the horses. He's got those big offensive linemen, Noah Mars, Landon King, Colton Cahill. Those guys are all up around 270 to 300 pounds. So, and they're going to run behind those horses. No turnovers. Control the clock. Control the game. Stay ahead of the chains. They can't have 3rd and 12. They can't have 2nd and 10 plays. They've got to stay ahead of the chains. Make everything a short yardage play. So that's the keys for North Harrison.
All right, and then for Silver Creek, they're undefeated. How do they stay undefeated?
Well, stop North Harrison's running game with their defense. Their defense really they only giving up 5 points a game. So they've got a really stout defense. The last time they played a team of this size was against Salem in week 2, and they struggled a little bit in that game, and they ended up winning by 20 points or so, but it was a much closer game and got away in the fourth quarter. Make North Harrison stay behind the chains again. That's key. Make North Harrison play left-handed, and left-handed meaning they've got to stop the running game and make them throw the ball, and that's not what North Harrison does.
Okay. All right, well, those are the keys to the game, brought to you by Mac Construction. We'll take another break, be back with more, including our starting lineups right after this on Glycod.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hey, who are you?
Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief.
What?
I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. And be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek on the sidelines for a great Southern Indiana high school football game. And it's time to give you the starting lineups, brought to you by Interstate Batteries, the Interstate Batteries starting lineups. Locally owned at 1510 Production Road in Jeffersonville, and a proud supporter of high school sports on Glycod. Interstate Batteries are outrageously dependable Cougar offense led by a great football named Colt Beach at quarterback, number 12. Fullback is Colton Hickman, but the man that'll get a lot of carries tonight, Aaron Neville, not the singer, but the tailback.
The tailback.
And he will pound away. They got a split end and a flanker. Do you remember those names? They don't call them that much anymore, do they?
No, they're all called wideouts.
Yeah. Colby Whitaker, Nick Gunter, some of the skill players. Landon King, the tight end. Colton Cahill, Sergio Perez, Cody Cottrell, Brody Miller and Noah Mars, the big front line for the Cougars. On the defensive side of the ball, many of the same names. Nick Gunter, Colton Cahill, Landon King, Noah Mars. Aaron Neville will be the middle linebacker. He's stout on both sides of the ball. Colt Beach and Mac Neely on the outside. They run a 4-3 defense. 2 cornerbacks, Sawyer Wetzel and Caleb Kellums. And your free safety, Colby Whitaker, and your strong safety, Colby Whitaker. Gavin Bruner occupies the free safety position. For the Dragons, Dylan Myers, quarterback, starting his 7th game this season, and they're glad to have him back. LaShawn Mays, he's a beast in the backfield for the Dragons at just a sophomore. Ben Landers, player of the game last week, and I think he was the Tribune Player of the Week, if I'm not mistaken. Jake Lucas, Trey Shane, Miles Roundtree, the skill players, Knox, Gary, Under, Blues, and Slater, the men up front. And then for the defense for the Dragons, Roundtree, Gunter, and Blues, the downmen, Carver, Hoffman, Logan Myers, Ben Landers, and Rocky Sheen going to have their hands full, as well as Drake Spears at the linebacker position. Riley Weber, Trey Shane on the outside, and deep is Jake Lucas, the safety. So they're your starting lineups, brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Stand by. We'll take one more break and be back with Kickoff right after this on Glycod.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyner's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyner's Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
From Glycod, it's Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable since 1950. Tonight's game is presented by Jim Butner Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts. Visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union. Now to the field for all the action from Glycod on Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Presented by Jim Butner Auto Group.
And welcome to Game Time coverage. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. And sorry, we're a little late getting to that. They got to the kickoff quicker than we could get to it. So that kickoff taken by Colby Whitaker and a great return down to the 33-yard line of the Dragons. That's a great way to – or 23, sorry. Yard line of the Dragons. Great way to start at 1st and 10.
And Carver Hoffman had a touchdown-saving tackle there. If he doesn't make that tackle, he's in for a touchdown.
1st and 10. You see a very tight formation. Colt Beach under center. Handoff. And it's – that's a nice pop. Carry by Nick Gunter. And he's hit, bounces, and picks up some yardage, about 7 on the carry.
Yep. And a little counterplay away from Neville, and everybody's keyed to Neville and run a little counterplay, and it went for 7. Good way to start the game. They're ahead of the chains now, Mike.
Way to go. 2nd down and 3 for the Cougars as they start with excellent field position and are already knocking on the door inside the red zone. Ball down to the 16-yard line. 2nd and 3. And you talk about most teams these days run more of a spread formation, not North Harrison.
This is tight.
Beach to Beach to Neville, and he's going to go.
And he's out at the 1.
And a late flag comes in, and it's going to probably not tack on many yards, but make the coaches unhappy.
Number 20, Trey Shane. There is a flag on the play.
Shane made the stop for the Dragons, but great run by Neville. Picked up the 1st down, and it's 1st and goal, ball at the 2-yard line.
Yeah. Personal foul against Silver Creek on Shane.
So half the distance to the goal, moves the ball to the 1. 1st and goal from the 1. Who do you think is going to get the handoff?
You know what? I think if it was me, I'd give Aaron Neville that ball.
Really?
Yes, I would.
So predictable.
Well, let's keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple for the simple coach.
Well, I understand.
I'm going to give my stud the ball. And they are tight. That is one tight formation.
Colt Beach hands off to Neville. Neville tries the right side and finds pay dirt. And just like that, North Harrison quickly down the field scores first, 6-0.
Wow, and that's a surprise, but a great return by Whitaker set that up. In fact, he's fumbled. Our viewers didn't get a chance to see it, but he kind of fumbled the kickoff a little bit. And that happens so often on kickoffs where they fumble the kickoff. Everybody runs to where the ball is, and the ball carrier breaks it outside.
Messes up the timing on the defense.
Right.
Extra point attempt in by Matt Neely. He's the kicker. Snap. Kick is up. And the kick is good.
Looked like Silver Creek jumped.
They did.
I was surprised there was not a flag.
No flag thrown, and so after a minute and 6 seconds, North Harrison strikes first, and they pick up the score. 7-0 here in the first quarter. Any surprises so far?
Well, no, not really. The surprise, I guess, we haven't seen North Harrison play. The surprise is their formation. It's so tight. Neville is like right behind the quarterback.
North Harrison quickly to kickoff, and Silver Creek may be a little bit shell-shocked here because I think that took everyone by surprise.
Yeah, and but that's their game plan, is to run it. And we're probably not going to see a lot of passing out of North Harrison. But in opposite of that is some good play-action passes with some bootlegs after faking it to Aaron Neville. The quarterback's going to be wide open because everybody on Silver Creek's team is zeroed in on one player.
Really what you're going to do is freeze those inside linebackers and take away about a third of the secondary.
Right.
Normally linebackers drop into coverage on a pass play. They aren't going to be doing that. That creates more pressure for the corners, including Trey Shane and Jake Lucas, the safety. So they're going to have to up their game tonight as well.
Yeah, the safeties and cornerbacks, I'm thinking, are going to make quite a few tackles, or going to make some attempted tackles on Aaron Neville.
Matt Neely into kickoff for North Harrison. Cougars have to be happy with the way this game is opened up. And a little bit of a confidence builder. They're 4-2 on the season. 2 of those wins come in overtime against teams that don't, at least on paper, look as solid as the Dragons. So North Harrison has to be happy with their start.
Oh, onside
kick, and that's trouble.
North Harrison has it.
And it's a North Harrison recovery.
You know, Mike, I was just in the back of my mind thinking, North Harrison onside kick, really take control of this game early.
And they took your advice mentally. Telepathically,
yes.
Apparently. And the recovery didn't quite see the player who dove on it, but I could see clearly North Harrison covered it. And it's 1st and 10 ball at the 45-yard line. Another short field for North Harrison. And Silver Creek fans already disgruntled.
It's too early to be disgruntled, and you have a fine football team. Don't get disgruntled yet.
1st and 10, North Harrison. Beach takes the handoff. Neville with the carry, right side, and just carries the defender about 3 yards, picked up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I see now why the coach said he gets more yardage after being hit than any player he's ever seen, because he was hit after about a 2-yard gain and picked up 3 more yards just carrying bodies.
Yeah, and this is going to be something the defenders are going to have to get a hold of his legs. You cannot tackle him up high because he will just push you or drag you.
And he's so short. He's only 5'8".
Yeah.
So to tackle him high, I was explaining before the game that the way he runs, all you're going to get are knees and shoulder pads.
2nd and 5. Here's a quick pitch. Neville with a carry. Just a bull in the china shop.
Oh.
7-8 yards on that, and it's 1st down, North Harrison.
And he just puts his head down and actually looks like he's looking for someone they have contact with.
My dad played with a guy in high school at New Albany. He used to say that his name was Ralph Hainan. Some of our viewers may remember the name.
I know Ralph Hainan.
Ralph Hainan ran looking for people to hit, not looking for the hole.
I actually coached his sons.
It's 1st and 10. Ball down at the 31-yard line. North Harrison. Very predictable play. Back to Neville again. This time the defense rises to the occasion. Gain of a couple maybe.
And it's a form of the power eye because they have the fullback and the halfback lined up right behind those unbalanced tackles that he runs. The 2 tackles on one side. And then Neville's right behind him. And they just run to that side. It's
just pound.
Yeah, just keep pounding.
2-yard gain brings up 2nd down and 8. Ball inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Beach. We rarely see quarterbacks under center anymore. Neville, quick pitch to the right side, and he'll pick up a few more yards. It'll bring up 3rd and about 4.
And see, they're staying ahead of the chains, Mike. They're 3rd and 4, 4th and 1, 1st down, and move the chains.
Ball down to the 26-yard line.
And they put him deeper in the I formation when they want to run their little toss play to the unbalanced side.
Tackle by Drake Spears on that play. 3rd and 4, they're in 2-down territory. No doubt that Coach Williamson will go for it here if they come up short. Neville again, and they stack him up. Picked up maybe a yard, but you're already seeing clumps of dirt flying as people are going to need all the leverage they can get to get the stop on the big boy. 4th and 4.
Yeah. Riley Gunther on the tackle, and Riley's a pretty good-sized guy. He's 6'4", 260. He might be one of the few Silver Creek players who can match up with Aaron Neville, the running back.
Big 4th down play here. Dragons, they'd love to come up with a stop, get the ball back. Fans are into it. They're going to drop back, put it in the air. Pitch and catch, and a great defensive play. No flag?
No flag, but I'll tell you, if Colt would have looked back, Colt Beach could have looked upfield. Number 48, the one of the running backs was wide open, running down the middle of the field.
Pass attempt was to Sawyer Wetzel in his hands, but the pass broken up by Bryson Gatlin. Great defensive play by Gatlin, and that turns the ball over. Silver Creek takes over on downs, 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. We'll see the Dragon offense here for the first time tonight.
North Harrison running 2-deep defense.
Pitch and a flag. And was that Ben Landers on the carry?
It was, and it looks like we're going to have a block in the back, I believe.
That's unfortunate. We'll bring it back.
Looks like a flag on the play.
Oh, no, it's a sideline violation.
And they're supposed to stay back, and players move forward, and the referee gets tripped.
Coach Papenhaus was a little bit upset with that. And he's probably upset with his get-back coach, too, because there's a coach assigned to make sure everybody stays back.
They gave him a warning, no penalty this time, but if it happens again, that's a bad one. 1st and 10 on that carry. Good job by Landers out to the 39-yard line. Pick up a 14.
And you can see how this game is developing, Mike. It's going to be Silver Creek speed against the North Harrison power.
Myers in the pistol. LaShawn Mays back there. Myers going to look it out. A little pass out to. Is that a forward pass or was that a lateral?
Well, it was a forward pass, but I'm not sure how the referees are ruling it. But it was a forward
be incomplete.
pass. Yeah.
Ball hit the ground.
Yeah, it's incomplete.
I think everyone was a little confused as the play continued on.
Bring up 2nd down and 10.
Mays thought, hey, they don't blow the whistle. I'll keep going.
That's a smart football player. Play till the end. Play to the whistle.
2nd down and 10. Dylan Myers, your quarterback. 2 men in the backfield, Landers and Mays. Pitches to Landers. Follows his blocker. He's at first down across midfield. Picked up 11. 1st and 10, Silver Creek.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, you can see it's Silver Creek speed. North Harrison's strength is their offensive line and their tailback, and their strength is not their defense.
Myers under center, quick pitch to Landers again. Landers looking for some room, right side, dances, and gets all the way down to the 40-yard line. Doesn't look like he's doing much, but he's picking up 8 yards.
Well, yeah, he does, and the reason is that his offensive line is pushing back the North Harrison defensive line. So you're right, and he's very adept at slowing down and looking at the hole and then accelerating through the hole.
Same formation.
Do it again.
Same play.
Same play. There he is. See, just kind of slow.
This time the defense rises to the occasion. No gain. Tackled by the quarterback, Colt Beach. Quarterback and linebacker.
Yeah, well.
No gain on the play. It'll be 3rd. Well, they give him a yard. 3rd and 1. So North Harrison trying to figure out this offense for Silver Creek. Completely different look than what they throw at you.
Right, completely. And it's hard. Nice play by number 60, defensive lineman. Colton Cahill, 6'4", that's a 300-pounder. He made a nice stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Just enough for a first down is the call. 1st and 10, ball down to the 36-yard line. And LaShawn Mays clamped down on that. I think Myers wanted to pull it out.
Yeah.
Mays said, no, thank you. You give it, I keep it. 1st and 10. Myers spins it out. Good play call. Trey Shane dances down the sideline, out of bounds at about the 25-yard line.
Caleb Kellums bumped him out of bounds out of his cornerback spot.
It is a first down at the 25, 1st and 10, Silver Creek.
2 distinctly different styles of offensive football we're seeing tonight.
And the one thing that it's hard for a defense like North Harrison is to practice against speed.
Yeah.
Especially when your team doesn't really have it.
Right.
And I don't mean that disrespectfully. LaShawn Mays, left side, stiff arm. He's going. He uses that arm to his full advantage. Finally taken out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, Silver Creek. Mays powered that time.
And we've seen him in the 2 previous games he worked Silver Creek that he is really good at the stiff arm. He's developed that as a good offensive weapon for himself.
1st and goal, ball on they say he's on the 7-yard line. So.
And we used to practice that, Mike, and you got to tell the kid that you got to push it out. Don't run with your arm hanging out because they'll grab it.
Mays looking for some space on the right side, and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, LaShawn Mays. Silver Creek answers. Nice drive.
Yeah, very nice drive. They answered that very nicely.
75-yard drive.
And now you see why the key to the game for North Harrison is to keep the Silver Creek offense on the sideline. They're not going to be able to stop. They're not going to be able to stop them.
Extra point attempt. McIntyre out there. Landers the holder. Snapping the holder good. A lot of leg. And it's true. Extra point is good. We got a tie ball game here in the first quarter. 7-7. Man, this is just like we drew it up, Jim.
Yeah, right. Well, and like you said, this is 2 different styles of offensive football. North Harrison has got to make those first downs. They've got to make that 4th and 4, they've got to have confidence that they can make that first down. They make that first down, Silver Creek's not on the field. Maybe it's 14-0, and they're kicking off for another onside kick.
It's power versus speed,
Yeah.
and that's not to say Silver Creek doesn't have power. I mean, LaShawn Mays certainly has got some giddy up to his go.
He's a powerful runner. He's only a sophomore too. He's a good future prospect.
Oh, he's going to be fun to watch for a couple more
Yep.
years. So Silver Creek will kick off, and they don't want a repeat of what happened last time as they opened the game. Long kick. Colby Whitaker picked up, bobbled the ball a little bit, and then took it all the way down to the 23-yard line. And North Harrison short field touchdown. Good start for them. See if they can dial up something equally as entertaining here.
Do we have timeout?
I'm not sure what's going on.
Either.
Apparently it's some sort of time.
A malfunction of something?
Yeah, not, I think this may be one of those COVID protocols that the referees have the option
Here
to
we
do
go.
that.
They're ready to play again.
Yeah. So that's fine.
We have something interesting. We have a sixth referee tonight who is just on the sidelines like he is an intern or a practice official. He's, it's interesting. He's just kind of working on the sideline over here on the Silver Creek sideline.
Well, if he is a newbie,
yeah,
that's a good thing, because one of the things they've been talking about in recent years is the dearth of officials.
And especially young officials. And you look at this crew, it has some older guys in it, and the fella that's an intern or standing here is a younger official.
McIntyre to kick off again. Do you think he'll target Whitaker? Going that way.
He did it again.
Whitaker's got the ball, picks it up cleanly at the 20, goes up the center, and
good
fights
return.
through. Wow.
Yeah, good return, bringing it up to the 32.
About the 42-yard line.
42, sorry. Yeah, nice return. Whitaker, good return man. I wouldn't kick it to him again.
22-yard return, and that'll be 1st and 10. North Harrison at their own 42-yard line. Dragons defense on the field.
And if you don't kick it to Whitaker, you got Aaron Neville back there, so I guess maybe Whitaker's the better of the two options.
Pick your poison, right? 1st and 10, 4:45 to go in the first quarter. A lot of entertaining football so far. And a reverse handoff to the left side. Neville straight ahead, and he picks up 8, just like that.
Neville carries around the right side, taking up number 8, Jake Lucas.
Ball to the 49-yard line. We'll call it 7-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And it looks like North Harrison runs their unbalanced line to the right primarily. So defensively, you want to slant to that side. You have to be careful if you start shifting over, because then you're weakening your other side of your defense. You still have to worry about the right side of your defense. So let's see if they're shifting, slanting. No.
Neville, handoff, 1st down and more. Inside the 45 down to about the 41-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 10 North Harrison. If you don't get a good angle on him, you're not going to make an arm tackle.
No. 53, Sergio Perez is the center or one of the line. No, he's a guard. He's the weak side guard. And he is not a small person by any means. He's 200 pounds. But with all those other giants that are in there, he looks miniature.
He does. 1st and 10. Neville, another carry. Picked up a couple, maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and about 7.
Picks up about 4 on the play. Maybe 3. 2nd down and 6.
Ball inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. And North Harrison continues to chew up yards.
That's their game plan. That's their style. This is what they need to do.
What they really want to do is chew up that clock.
Right.
That's even more important than yards.
Yeah. Keep Silver Creek's offense on the sideline.
2nd and 7. Beach puts a man in motion. Gunter gets over there, gets in blocking position.
Ooh, nice tackle.
Took his legs out. Still picked up about 3. 3rd.
LaShawn Mays makes a nice tackle at linebacker. He kind of snuck in there and got Neville around the ankles.
3rd and 4. Ball just outside the 25-yard line.
4 down territory, Mike. They got to let's make the 2 yards here and get the 2 on the next play.
Yeah. Beach puts it in the hands of Neville. Quick pitch. And a good defensive stop that time. They come up and pound away. It'll bring up 4th and short, 4th and about 3.
Yeah,
Picked up a yard.
4th and 3, and
goes around the right side, picks up maybe 1, tackled by Cole Knox.
maybe it's time to test the. They think they're going to punt.
Interesting call. Cole Knox on the stop that time for the Dragons.
Nope.
4th and 3, and they're going to go for it. I doubt we'll see a lot of punting.
No.
They've been going on first sound and trying to get a jump there. Dragons smart to not do it, and timeout taken by North Harrison. Good play by the defense for the Dragons.
Yep.
Disciplined play. They take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Stand by. We'll be back right after this break on Glycod.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
This portion of tonight's game on Glycod is brought to you by W.M. Kelly in New Albany. Find out about a rewarding career by emailing info@wmkelly.com.
Welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here on the sidelines. Beautiful Southern Indiana night, first weekend in October. And we got a timeout on the field as North Harrison got to make a decision here, Jim. Is this too early to say it's a big call for them?
Well, no, because if they don't make this, they're going to give Silver Creek a short field to work on. And I don't want Silver Creek's offense back on the field if I'm North Harrison's coach. So Coach Williamson's got a big play to call right here. 4th and 3.
That's a stretch.
Yeah, maybe it's a time to fake to Neville and run a little counter play like he did on the first play of the game, or that little bootleg pass that was open.
Mm-hmm.
The Silver Creek defender made a phenomenal play, but that little bootleg pass was open, and that little counter play to start the game got him 8 yards.
That's true. 4th and 3. Quarterback Colt Beach brings him into the huddle. They'll talk it over. Go up. Neville, the tailback. Nick Gunter back there to block as well. 4th and 3. And he's not going to make it.
Nope.
Good defensive stop by the Dragons. No gain on the play, and that's a turnover on downs. And the Dragons fans, they're not so grumpy now.
Well, and one of the keys to the game was to make North Harrison play left-handed, make them do something they don't want to do. And if you noticed on that play, they ran a counter to the weak side. They countered Neville to the weak side, and that's not their strength. They had stopped them on all their strong side plays.
1st and 10, Silver Creek brings the ball out. Myers under center, 2 backs behind him, Landers and LaShawn Mays. Pitches to Landers, looking for some room. Oh, he's got some blockers. He's got the sideline, and he's got, if it's no flags, this is a touchdown. Landers will not be caught. One play goes 30. Well, he was 34 yards, so it goes 66 yards.
And if Ben Landers is going to get all the credit on that, but if you want to give credit to somebody that didn't score the touchdown, Trey Shane made blocks all the way down the field.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. 13-7 here in the first quarter. Minute 32 to go in the quarter, and Silver Creek shows why they're so dangerous. One play, touchdown. McIntyre kicks out of the Landers hold and puts it through the uprights. And Silver Creek extends their lead 14-7 here in the first quarter.
And North Harrison they've got to make those first downs. They've got to get into situations instead of 3rd and 4 or 5. It has to be 3rd and 1 or 2. They've got to make those first downs.
Yep. Wow. So we've seen a couple of series by both teams. Silver Creek shows its quick strike capability. North Harrison is more of a grinding offense. They'll do 3 yards in a cloud of dust. So far, the quick strike is winning out.
They can't score if he's on the sideline.
That's true.
And they can't score if they don't have the ball. North Harrison, I keep laboring this point, but North Harrison has got to make those first downs. They've got to control the ball. They can't let Silver Creek's offense back on the field.
Well, the danger, and I don't mean this disrespectfully in any way, but when you've got an offense that is so focused on one player in the backfield, if you can take that player away, then you have to find another weapon. And North Harrison, and I know Coach Williamson knows this, excellent coach, been coaching for years. What can he do to augment Aaron Neville?
Well, what we saw the first play of the game was a little counter play that worked well, and we also saw them run a little bootleg pass play that was open. If Silver Creek's player doesn't make an outstanding defensive play, it's a first down at least. So he's got weapons. He's got other things to do. They're not 4-2 by mistake, so they've got things to do. But Neville's their man, and they're going to run Neville, and they're going to run Neville over over those 3 or 4 offensive linemen that are giants. They're sequoias out there.
Yeah, they sure are. I'm just glad I played when I played, Jim.
Yeah, me too. I played when 200 pounds was big.
Yeah. Wow.
Number 37.
Peyton Yoakum deep, along with Aaron Neville and Colby Whitaker. 9, 5, and 37 are their numbers. They're deep, waiting for the kick from Mr. McIntyre. Here's the approach, and an onside kick taken by the up back.
Covered nicely by
Sergio Mendez.
Yeah, not Sergio Mendez.
No, I'm sorry.
Sergio Perez.
Sergio Perez.
We're thinking of Aaron. We're into
Aaron
music.
Neville.
We're into a music thing tonight.
If I see Madonna go out in the field, I quit. It's just been one of those days for Sergio Perez.
Sergio Perez.
Sorry.
Who was their weak side offensive guard.
1st and 10, ball, good field position for North Harrison.
Now they're going to go unbalanced left. We're going unbalanced left. We're going to test Silver Creek's right side of their line now.
And will they run to the short side of the field?
No, they're going to run counter. There it is, see?
Nick Gunter pounds ahead. He'll pick up 6. And it'll be 2nd down at about 4. Nice carry that time from Nick Gunter.
And Silver Creek, they're not shifting to the unbalanced. They're kind of slanting to the unbalanced, blitzing to the unbalanced, and a counter or bootleg is the way to beat that.
Well, that also helps keep them honest. They
yes,
can't
it does.
sell out.
Right.
2nd down and 4. Ball inside the 44th, 43-yard line. North Harrison would really like to run out the clock here on the quarter and punch it in after a nice healthy drive. Aaron Neville has the first down. Boy, I'd hate to have to tackle him in space.
Yeah, and he's not a slow player either. He's got a little bit of quick about him because he was going to go off tackle, plant his foot in the ground, and went outside and had a nice gain. That's a good first down.
Ball down to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, North Harrison. Trying to put together a drive to answer Silver Creek's 2 quick touchdowns. 14-7 your score. Probably the last play of the first quarter. Beach under center, 1st and 10. Handoff Neville into the pile. And he'll pick up maybe 3.
Neville goes up the right side. Pick up about 2 yards. Tackled by a Thunder.
Say they give him a couple yards. It'll be 2nd down and 8, and that's going to do it for the quarter. At the end of 1, it's Silver Creek 14, North Harrison 7. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter right after this on Glycott.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek on the sidelines. Good-looking football game. We've dialed up a good one tonight. Silver Creek 14, North Harrison 7, but the Cougars are on the move.
Driving again. Well, we got 2nd and 8. Okay, they've, a couple 3-yard gains is what they need. Nothing big. They're going unbalanced left. And you see those 2 setbacks right behind those 2 great big tackles.
Tailback is Colby Whitaker, takes the pitch. Oh, big hit.
Big hit and swarmed by a whole group of Dragons.
Ben Landers comes in to make some emphasis points, but he was stopped in the backfield for a loss of about 3. 3rd and 11.
Yeah, and I think Coach was trying to catch Silver Creek snapping by not having Neville in the backfield, and Whitaker was the speed back that returned the kickoff, but not that time.
No, they solved that one. 3rd and 11, and now you say they're behind the chains.
There's a bootleg. He's wide open.
Beach to Neville, and he drops the pass.
Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad. He was not only wide open, but I guarantee it, had he brought that down,
that would have been trouble.
Because there was one player, Jake Lucas, who could have possibly gotten in his way. If Jake, he's 6 foot tall and 165 pounds, and Neville is much bigger than that.
Yes, for sure. Great play call by Coach Williamson.
Right.
Just didn't quite connect, and it's going to bring up 4th and 11. They're going to go for it here. Beach drops back. He's going to put it in the air. Not a bad-looking pass. And it's tipped away, incomplete. And good coverage by Silver Creek.
Yeah.
Is that Trey Shane?
Trey Shane, of course. I said this to somebody else. I think Silver Creek I said 3, but I think they could have 4 of the better players in our area. And I would include Trey Shane in that number. I think I've said this before, he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He's a tough, hard-nosed kid and plays offense and defense and plays it well.
Caleb Kellum's the target on that pass, but couldn't quite get there, and Shane knocked it down. 1st and 10, Silver Creek. Ball on the 38-yard line, and here we go, Dragons. Man slides around. LaShawn Mays with the carry. Hard running carry out to the 45-yard line.
Yep.
Pick up a 7.
LaShawn Mays goes up the middle, takes the ball to about the 45.
I mean, if you're Coach Papenhaus, you got to feel like you're going to be embarrassed by the riches that you have on this team.
Well, he's got Landers and LaShawn Mays and a great quarterback and Dylan Myers, Trey Shane. He's got a lot of players that he can call on to make big plays for him.
2nd down and 3. Dragons in the set. And this time, LaShawn Mays goes to the right. He's got the corner. Breaks a tackle across the 40, 35, and down to about the 32-yard line, or 33. Nice pickup that time by LaShawn Mays. He did a lot of that on his own.
He did, and he used that stiff arm again, too.
He may get the stiff arm award. We haven't given one of those before, but maybe
that would be a good one. We should do that.
The stiff arm award.
I've heard of the golden arm. We should use the stiff arm.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anybody else use it so far this year, so it's going to be an easy pick.
We just copyrighted that.
Yeah.
Copyright. Glycon Communications. 1st and 10. Ball in the 33. Dragons working out of a no huddle. And they got to wait for everything to get set to keep the attack moving. Clock down to about 10 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. Man in motion. It's Trey Shane. He's got the ball, and he's got a head steam, and he has the corner as well. It's a touchdown, 33 yards. If there are no flags, and there are not.
And we, again, just like Trey Shane made a great block when Ben Landers scored a minute ago, that time that was Joe Lemon that made the block that allowed Trey Shane to score. So good for Joe Lemon and good for Trey Shane.
Extra point attempt. Landers to hold. McIntyre will try to boot it through. Try to extend the lead to 21-7. Snap and the hold are good. Kick. Did not make it. Went off to the left and in. We got an extra point miss. 20-7 is the score. everything's gone right for Silver Creek tonight, except they missed one extra point. But in a game that started out very quickly and very well for North Harrison, has quickly devolved into a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, they're letting it get away from them right now, and it's unfortunate because they've had nice pass plays that hit to open receivers. One was knocked away by a good Silver Creek defensive play, and the other one unfortunately just went off Aaron Neville's fingertips because he was wide open and could have rambled into the end zone.
Those plays cost them, and it's now going to be up to them to try to drive down the field, trail by 2 scores, behind by 13. They're not out of this one, but they've got to answer, and they have to do it pretty quickly.
And the Silver Creek cheerleaders are doing their 20 jumping jacks. I wonder what they did last week. They had 70 against
I would have walked off in protest. But that's just me.
Well,
you haven't seen me do a jumping jack either, have you?
Nah, and you don't see many teams do jumping jacks anymore.
No, that's for sure. I'm sure it's probably not in vogue these days.
Yeah, just stretching. You got to do stretching and dynamic stretching.
If you see me do stretching, I always make it look dynamic. I'll tell you that.
Or tragic.
Or painful. McIntyre to boot it deep. Neville, Whitaker, and Yoakum deep.
There he is, and Yoakum's going to return it.
And he got it, caught it in the air, 16-yard line, looking for some room. Couldn't find it. That time, Bryson Gatlin comes in to make the stop. Not much gain that time. He'll be down at the 25, 1st and 10, Cougars. You had a great piece of trivia because last week we had the Panthers, and a group of Panthers was a claw. And you had to look up what a group of Cougars was.
And what I found was, first of all, was Cougars are a solitary animal and very seldom are seen in groups, so there's really not a name for them. But further searching, it's actually called a quora.
Quora. 1st and 10, handoff Neville, left side, and great stop by the Silver Creek front 3.
And I don't think there's a name for a group of dragons.
Group of dragons.
I don't know. We might search that later, but I don't think there's a name for a group of dragons.
I don't know. Maybe if Game of Thrones might have an answer for that. I have no idea. Yeah, the other thing you said before the game was if you see a group of Cougars, you better run because nothing good is about to happen.
Something bad's going to happen.
2nd down and 9. Picked up 1 on that carries Neville. The single back. Misdirection.
There you go. It's a good play.
And Gunter gets a big hit.
Yeah. Bryson Gatlin cleans it up, but somebody else made initial contact.
Jake Lucas was in there as well, come up from his safety spot. Drake Spears as well.
Yes.
Picked up about 2, so 3rd and 7.
And these are the situations that North Harrison doesn't want to find themselves in. 3rd and 7 is not their game.
And when you say behind the chains, you're always saying anything like less than 3rd and 5, right?
Yes.
3rd and 7 would be behind the chains.
This is going to be hard unless
Neville carries it.
Gets it and he got a hole.
Big hole that time.
Yes.
A little bit of a delayed handoff, it seemed like.
Well, he was playing a little deeper. He was playing more of a true I formation tailback that time.
Got up ahead of steam, picked up enough for the 1st down, ball out to the 38. And the Cougars move the chains.
And Mike, that might be more to his advantage to play him just a little deeper, to let him build up some of that speed. It also gives him an opportunity. The tailback, when he's standing up, has an opportunity to see holes develop. A running back with his hand on the ground just goes to one spot.
Handoff Neville, right side. And somehow he made that a 7-yard gain, almost out to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. A flight of dragons.
A flight of dragons.
Ashton, who does scoreboard for us, sitting right to my right here, tells us that a group of dragons is known as a flight.
A flight of dragons, all right.
or the last thing you'll ever see. That's the other thing you could say.
See, this not only we learn about football, but we learn other things. We are an educational program.
We'd like to teach you things. 2nd down and 3. Very tight formation. Gunther left. He's going to have enough for a first down.
And you know, it's an interesting set that North Harrison is in. If you think back to the old days of the wishbone formation in the backfield, where the fullback was right up behind the quarterback and the 2 halfbacks were a little deeper in the backfield, this is like a reverse wishbone. It's almost like a wide bone, I don't know, I'd call it that, where the fullback is deep and the two halfbacks are up tight right behind the guards. It's just an interesting formation that time. The backs were split. Now they're split again. It's kind of a reverse wishbone.
1st and 10, ball to 49. Neville, right side, has some room. Pounding it in there and down to the 45-yard line of Silver Creek. It'll be 2nd and 4.
And by doing that, what North Harrison has done is making the Silver Creek defense play a little more honest, where they can't overload one side or they can't slant to where they had both those backs set. Now the backs are split, so that which way is Neville going to go? Is he going to go right or left? When they're both on the same side, it's pretty obvious he's going to go to that side.
Yeah. The only thing that does, at least from my perspective, is you almost guarantee that those other 2 backs are not going to get the handoff because of how close they are to the line.
Exactly.
2nd down and 3. Neville to the left. Neville to the left, Neville to the right.
Not much there, and a flight of dragons there. There's 3 gray shirts on that tackle.
Riley Gunther leading the charge.
And LaShawn Mays helping Neville up off the ground.
Gunther's the big man inside, and he's making him pay. No gain on the carry. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they've got
3rd and 2, sorry.
Drake Longwood in playing nose tackle now at number 70. He's a big young man too, 5'10", 275. He's a perfect nose tackle.
Same formation, different direction this time, and he got through the hole, sliced in, picked up the first down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, and we move the chains again.
And this is now North Harrison's back into their game plan again.
They put it down at the 38, so he got an extra yard. 1st and 10, North Harrison. And this is kind of what they have to do. They're just going to have to repeat.
Right.
Slow and steady. It's the tortoise and the hare tonight on Glycod.
It is. Yeah, it really is. Slow and steady.
Neville.
Oh.
Not that time.
Mays shot in at a linebacker spot. Nice blitz, nice read on his part. Great call by the defensive coach for Silver Creek, dialing that up.
It's almost as if Mays knew where that play was going from the start.
Well, maybe the defensive coordinator had a pretty good idea.
Really, really liking what we're seeing this year out of LaShawn Mays. Just a sophomore, but he's become a force on both sides of the ball. A disruptive force at that.
Tailback, middle linebacker. That's a
nice combination. Nice penetration that time.
Cole Davidson out of his cornerback spot playing up tight. You know, if there's no wide receiver there to keep him deep, just bring him on up, and as soon as he saw motion his way, come upfield.
Might as well. Came from the outside. Made contact, no gain on the carry. Ball back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 10, and this is not the situation North Harrison likes to find themselves in. Neville in the up position helps him see a little bit better.
Oh, that hurt.
Oh, my goodness.
That hurt. I don't know who it was. That was LaShawn Mays came in there on that stunt again. And that was a collision of.
They want to take him out.
Yes, he needs to come out for a second.
And one of
the people right below us. One of the people below us said, "Nice hit." That kind of an understatement. that was a great hit.
LaShawn Mays just a little shaken up on the play. Love his bravado, but he should get checked out.
Yes.
Loss of a yard, 4th and 11. And Beach going to put it in the air. He's being chased, throws it up.
Intercepted.
And that's pitch and catch.
Yeah, it's the easy interception.
Taken by Jake Lucas.
Beach's pass is intercepted by number 8, Jake Lucas.
And a personal foul against Silver Creek. A lot of the fans were thinking it was a cheap shot on Lucas, but the flag goes against the Dragons. I'm not sure exactly what happened.
I don't either, but now they're marking it off against North Harrison. We have no signal here. The referee's talking to Coach Papenhaus.
So we're going to have to wait and see what they determine here.
They're canceling the interception. They're calling a first down. I don't know what's going on, Mike. I hate to be in these positions.
Personal foul.
Roughing the passer
against Silver Creek, and that will negate the interception.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
Big break for North Harrison. Gives them a first down inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Wow.
First mistake we've had tonight.
And that penalty was a big one.
Yep.
Changes the possession and rescues North Harrison, who was in a desperate spot there. Neville looks to his left, drags the defender forward.
Riley Gunther's not a small man himself.
He's going for a piggyback ride, it looked like.
Riley Gunther's 6'4" and 260.
Second and 7, ball down to about the 21. North Harrison, boy, they really need to get this in. 2 minutes to go in the half.
Boy, they have eaten up some time, though, on this drive, haven't they?
This was a must-do for them.
Yeah, and it's must that they score, too, Mike.
That's for sure.
Silver Creek shifted this time to their strength of the North Harrison's unbalanced line.
Beach to the left, or hands off to the left to Neville. Inside the 20. See how much they give him. Going to be third down and a late flag.
And
two flags.
Somebody said something they shouldn't have said.
Jake Lucas, I think teammates are kind of.
And whomever they're going to take out is going to be the person who.
Mr. Lucas going to have a little talking to on the sidelines.
Yeah, Coach Papenhaus is going to talk to him a little bit, I think.
Calm him down.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the call is.
I don't know what the discussion is. It's pretty obvious there's.
Unless it was offsetting. That's always a possibility.
Yes. Unsportsmanlike conduct. No personal foul.
Against Silver Creek.
Personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike. 2 15-yarders.
Yeah, we got just like last week. We have the same kind of thing: a dead ball, a live ball, and a dead ball foul.
I've not seen 2 30-yard penalties ever.
Well, we're seeing one in 2 in 2 weeks.
One last week and now one this week.
But this won't be 30 yards because they were only on the 20-yard line. So
half the distance to the goal.
And then half again.
So
should be on the 5.
Looks like it is.
North Harrison will have
first and goal from the 5-yard line. Talk about giving the Cougars a gift.
Yeah. They
3 big penalties against Silver Creek.
And you don't see Silver Creek lose their composure like that.
Well, I know.
Fumble.
Loose ball.
Yeah.
And a flag comes in.
Procedure against North Harrison, it looked like.
So that means play didn't happen? Or did it?
So play didn't happen.
What a break. I think Coach Williamson's rubbing his rabbit's foot over there on the sidelines.
Right now.
Loss of 5, but he'll take it.
He's going to have. Well, he's still got his timeout, so there's only a minute and 25 left in the quarter now. So.
Yeah, they used 1 timeout. They should only have 3 left.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Okay, let's see if Silver Creek going to shift over to the unbalanced side. They do.
First and goal from the 10.
And there's Neville and.
Tries the left side.
He's got.
Not much there.
A lot of gray shirts are there.
Timeout by the Cougars. They'll take a break. We'll take a quick one as well. Stand by. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. Be right back.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back here, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. Situation 20-7, Silver Creek over North Harrison. Cougars took the timeout. They've got a couple to burn yet tonight in the first half. 1:02 on the clock, and second and goal from the 8-yard line. This drive kept alive by 3 penalties in a row by Silver Creek,
right.
Costly penalties.
Right. And we said before, Silver Creek's players, especially their defensive players, tend to play with a chip on their shoulder, and that's good. That's good to play like that, but you can't carry it into penalties.
Especially against a team that runs the ball hard, because it's going to be a lot of hard contact on these power runs,
right?
Which, if you aren't controlling your emotion, can kind of get away from you.
So I'm looking at the bootleg pass here. Let's see if they're running. No, he's going to give it to no. Oh, boy, is he a load. He was off tackle and gray shirts bounced off him.
Neville takes the ball down to about the 5-yard line.
Carries for 3 more. It'll be third and goal from the 5. 45 seconds to go in the half.
And the clock is running.
Beach brings him up. He'll go first
Neville.
count. Neville left.
Whew,
good defense.
Good defense there. Good tackling.
You want to burn that timeout, I would think.
I would think you would right now. Yeah.
Let
Let it run it all the way down to 1 second. Run it down to 1 second, call timeout. You got one play.
Looks like they're going to do that.
It's either touchdown or it's first down
nothing
for Silver Creek. So, and what do we have? I can't see. We're obviously down at the other end of the field.
Yeah, 4th and goal down at about the 3-yard
About the
line.
3.
So.
Yep, I see the stick now.
So there's another timeout taken. They'll take a break. We'll catch up on ours. Stand by. We'll be back right after this.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back, Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. Situation 4th and goal from about the 2-yard line. Very close to pay dirt, but they're going to have one shot at it. 2 seconds left in the half. 20-7 your score. Silver Creek, their speed, winning the day so far.
So far. And they've been very stout on defense. This is the first real sustained drive that North Harrison's had, but it's been aided by 3 very, very costly penalties against Silver Creek.
Well, one of those penalties gave the ball back to North Harrison after a turnover.
Right,
so.
yeah.
Interception taken away from them. Can Silver Creek stiffen here and get the goal line stopped? 4th and goal from about the 2. Neville in the background. Cole Beach, the quarterback. He brings him up. Beach to Neville, and the play is stopped before it starts. Timeout taken by Silver Creek. A little gamesmanship.
Yeah, well, the coach has got timeouts, so.
Well, they take one. We got one to burn as well.
Yep.
Stand by. We'll be back right after this.
watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek on the sideline. Silver Creek leads North Harrison 20-7. Just 2 ticks on the clock. And North Harrison trying to punch it in from a couple yards out.
Both coaches are trying to get into each other's heads. We have scouting reports. We know what they like to do down here. This is what we expect Silver Creek's defense to look like. Silver Creek's defensive coach are saying, well, listen, we know what they're going to do in the goal line situation. So, look for the hard count to drop them offside, move the ball a little bit closer in. That would be a good, and go for the hard count. You don't get it, call timeout. You still got another timeout left.
Just back and forth.
Yep.
Good coaching on both sides of the field tonight. Coach Williamson, longtime head coach at North Harrison, assistant in Castle and other places before that. Coach Papenhaus had a lot of years as an assistant, number of schools. Got his head coaching shot last year and has made the most of it. 14-2.
Certainly has.
Over 2 years.
Yep, certainly has.
Not a bad start.
Nope.
This could be the money play. 4th and goal. Neville to the left.
And he's in.
Got just enough, and it's a touchdown.
Off tackle, off the unbalanced side. Some of the North Harrison players are so excited they ran out and fell over each other. Well, good for them. They should be excited. This is a good high school football game.
I love the enthusiasm you see from high school players.
I do too. There's nothing like it. These young men practice hard. They play hard. They have fun. They play for their brothers on the football team. This is what it's all about.
Neely to kick. Colt Beach the hold. Extra point is up, and it's good.
And we've got a game, Mike.
20-14. They go in at halftime. North Harrison trails the Dragons by 6. Dragons will have the ball to start the second half, but they got a lot to talk about in there. We got some things to talk about as well. We'll go ahead and take our break and come back with our halftime coverage right after this. You're watching Glycod's coverage of Kentuckiana high school football.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure, but it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're born with the brain power to make smart choices and the opposable thumbs to click on them. You shop carefully for a lot of things, but what about your bank? Better borrowing rates? Yes, please. Lower fees? Duh. More money for you, less for the bank. Access to a cooperative network of convenient locations and a place where they go the extra mile for you. It's your money. Start right here. Centra Credit Union. Centra.org.
Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Find out about online banking and other services by visiting Centra.org.
Welcome back. Halftime coverage. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here. Halftime score, Silver Creek 20, North Harrison 14. Quite a good game. And let's recap the scoring. The first half started at, just about a minute into the game, minute 6 at the 10:54 mark. Aaron Neville takes it in from about 14 yards out, and North Harrison gets the extra point, 7-0. Then Silver Creek answers at the 4:52 mark. Ben Mays goes out in from 7 yards, ties it up at 7. Still scoring in the first quarter. Ben Landers takes off for a 66-yard run on first down. Extra point is good, and Silver Creek takes the lead, 14-7. Trey Shane with a pitch goes 33 yards at 9:55 in the second quarter and hustles in the end zone. Extra point that time off to the left, and 20-7 was the score. And then right there at the end of half, Aaron Neville punches it in from 2 yards out. Extra point good, and that's the score we have, 20-14 here at the midway point. And let's check in on the scoreboard, find out what's going on out there, scores of other games in our scoreboard update tonight, brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. For more than 35 years, the Clark County Youth Coalition has been the state's eyes and ears in Clark County, monitoring data and working to reduce substance use and abuse. For more information, visit them at clarkcountylcc.org. And Charlestown leads Corden, I think, in the first quarter, 7-0. Floyd Central over Jennings County early in that one, 14-0. Mitchell Providence pitching shutouts, no score in that game. No report yet from Clarksville up at Brownstown or New Albany and Seymour, 2 games happening tonight. We'll give you scores as they come in. And then this one, Jeffersonville opens their brand new field tonight. They got a new turf field, first night that it's ready to play. Madison comes into town, and that game has been halted or delayed because the lights blew out. So they don't like to play in the dark.
Not the best way to open up your brand new stadium.
Been one of those nights if you're a Jeff fan. So that's the scoreboard update brought to you by the Clark County Youth Coalition. We'll take a break, come back, and Coach, I think you went over and got some stats, did you not?
Yes, our good friends from the North Harrison, I should call them the North Harrison radio station tonight.
WKLO.
Yes, WKLO. We met them last week. They were kind enough to help us out a little bit with some stats, and they helped us out again tonight.
All right, stand by. We'll be back with that right after this on Glycott.
How do you measure success? In points? In wins? Or trophies? At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voinier's can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're up front with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voinier's Auto and Truck Repair. Family owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery Autotechs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at halftime. The score, Silver Creek 20, North Harrison 14. Good ball game. And Jim, you went down, got some stats from our friends from WKLO Radio. And tell us what you found.
I did. Well, for Silver Creek, LaShawn Mays has 65 yards rushing. And Ben Landers, 102 yards rushing. Outstanding night for him. He's had a couple nice long runs.
Yeah.
And Trey Shane has 33 yards rushing. I don't think they have any passing yards at all in the game so far.
No.
And really no need to pass when they're running the ball so well.
No.
For North Harrison, it's Aaron Neville, 29 carries for 117 yards. Actually below his average on yards, above his average on carries.
Wow. That's
and
amazing.
Riley Gunther has 14 yards rushing.
Riley Gunther? You mean
I'm sorry.
Nick Gunter.
Nick Gunter. I'm
Nick
sorry.
Gunter.
Nick Gunter.
Yeah.
Where did I come up with Riley Gunter?
Well, Riley's the on Silver Creek side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It is a name we've called several times tonight. He's been the big man in the middle.
Yes.
Many times on defense, and I think he's the center on offense as well. So he's getting a lot of time, but
he's not carrying the ball for North Harrison.
He sure is not. No, that would be newsworthy. But
Nick Gunter has 14 yards rushing.
Okay, so that's kind of the recap of the stats and things as we see it right now. But we'll take one more break. When we come back, we'll talk about halftime adjustments. We'll put on your coaching hat, Jim.
Okay.
And when we come back, tell us what we need to know. That'll be right after this on Glycod.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job.
What?
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 It happens. And if you got cut rate car insurance, paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit mackconstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
I was at practice one day, kind of made a cut through the lane, and I noticed that I landed on my knee a little weird. I saw my trainer here at school, and they highly recommended that I go to priority radiology. Any athlete, when you do go down with an injury, the first thing you think about is just how long that you're going to be out. Going to priority radiology, where I could get my results back quickly, made a big difference because I wasn't left waiting for weeks before I could even start a treatment. I was able to get what I needed right away.
This second shift, this old pair of pants, this staycation, this brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it, to protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleaning to complex procedures. Visit drtoddcarter.com to learn why generations put their trust in Dr. Carter for their dental health. Or to schedule an appointment, call Annette or Joyce at 812-944-5155. Located at 809 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, halftime. North Harrison trails Silver Creek 20-14, and pretty good ball game so far. But they're trailing, and they're going to have to kick it away. So what do they got to do, Jim? They played well, but Silver Creek's helped them out a bit too.
Well, they're really in a dilemma on how to stop Silver Creek's offense, because Silver Creek is so diversified in their offense. You can't, we always talk about find one thing a team does well and stop that and make them play left-handed.
Right.
You make Silver Creek play left-handed and you're playing into their game, because Dylan Myers is going to throw passes, and he's very good at it. So, okay, let's stop their outside running game and don't let Ben Landers and Shane run wide. Then they're going to give it to LaShawn May up the middle, and he's a big, strong runner also. I can't stop everything. Really, even a great high school football team playing another good team can't stop everything that they do. Right. So you find the one thing and say, okay, let's stop that and make them play left-handed. And Silver Creek likes to play left-handed because they're so diversified. So defensively, the best thing North Harrison can do is to keep Silver Creek's offense off the field, and just that kind of grinding. It's not very exciting. It doesn't get everybody fired up, but 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, first down. 4 yards, 4 yards, 2 yards, first down. Just keep grinding and grinding and grinding and eating up the clock, because when Silver Creek's offense is on the field, North Harrison doesn't have the speed on their defense to stop Landers and Dylan Myers and Trey Shane and LaShawn May. So that's the dilemma that North Harrison has on defense. Offense, just I'd like to see them do a little more with some bootlegs and some counters, and they did it in the first half, and everything they did off of that was open, and they gained yardage or they had open receivers.
Yeah.
So a little bit more of that would keep Silver Creek's defense off balance. So as far as Silver Creek's defense is concerned, they need to stop making mistakes. Stop the penalty, stop hitting the quarterback late, stop doing, whatever happened there at the end on the 20-yard line. You just have to stop doing that, because you can't give that North Harrison team, opportunities to stay on the field.
Well, I'm sure Coach Papenhaus has had a few stern words for his team, but he's got a style. The players have bought in. They certainly respect him, and when he's going to give you some instruction, I'm pretty sure they're going to pay attention.
They're going to pay, and the instructions are going to be to keep your composure out here. The team you're playing, like you said, is a hard-hitting team. Aaron Neville is a hard-hitting running back, so you're going to get hit. So don't be upset about it.
Yeah, just deal with it.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
One of the things you mentioned, you wanted to, if you're North Harrison, try to make Silver Creek play left-handed. I have bad news for you. Silver Creek's ambidextrous, apparently.
There you go. That's right. They are ambidextrous. So, and it really is hard when you're a defensive coordinator. I remember working with Coach Berger, and we were playing a great Jeff football team, and Jeff had a lot of speed, and they were a team that we would try to stop this, but they could do that. And anytime they'd do that, we'd counter that, and then they'd do this. Yeah. And it was so hard to do that. And I asked Coach Berger, I said, can you just make them punt one time? If you can make them punt one time, we can win this game. And at halftime, I got into the locker room and said, Coach, you haven't made them punt yet. Please make them punt. And it ended up being a track meet that we ended up winning something like 38-37 in a wild game where we blocked the field goal at the end of the game.
Wow.
But sometimes that's the only way to win a game like this is we have to outscore the other team. We're not going to stop them. We have to outscore them.
All right. Well, that's about 2 minutes before kickoff here. Halftime coverage. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, getting any other scores as they come in? They've been a little slow to come in tonight, but we'll try to update you as.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah, what you got?
New Albany 14, Seymour 7 at half.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. I got a couple others here. Floyd 34, Jennings County 0. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Brownstown 21, Clarksville 14 in the second quarter.
Interesting.
Yes. Mitchell 8, Providence 7 at half. Madison 6, Jeff 0.
Oh, my.
Play has resumed, obviously.
Okay.
And Charlestown 7, Corydon 0 in the second quarter. There we go. So we got quite a few updates. Thank you.
Thanks to Steve Bird, our producer, who's Johnny on the spot, keeps an eye on a lot of things. He's got to juggle a lot of balls out there, so we appreciate his work. Glycod, not only the video coverage, but we also have audio coverage and lots of broadcasts tonight. If you want to find a game, just go to glycod.com. You will find it there because there's a lot of things. We're at a lot of places. Tonight, here at Silver Creek. By the way, go ahead and we'll preview this. Next week, we go on the road, a little bit longer trip for us, up the road to Bedford, North Lawrence, and we finally get to see the Highlanders from Floyd Central.
Interesting, and we go back to one of the most interesting football games we ever worked. Was 2 years ago at Bedford and Floyd Central.
And there was like 30 penalties in that game.
And the head coach and the assistant coaches got ejected, and there were more penalty yardage than there was offensive yardage combined for both teams.
It was an amazing, crazy night, and I have a feeling it'll be nothing like that this time.
But we saw Wankers Wright for the first time.
Yeah.
In fact, we never could get his name correct during the game. We saw was it Polk? I can't think of his first name. Tristan Polk. We saw him
Both
for the first time starting quarterback. And their big offensive tackle, who is now committed to the University of Louisville. I think his last name is Michalski.
Well, there's news on that. He withdrew his commitment and reopened. He's got Ohio State and a few other schools knocking on his door.
Oh, well, Louisville better get back out there and start doing some more heavy recruiting then.
Yeah, they. I think he went up to a 4-star recruit, and even though he had committed, the other big schools kept knocking on the door. So sometimes that happens.
Oh, it does. You're right. Okay, let's talk about this game, though.
Silver Creek.
Because they're getting ready to kick off, Mike.
Yeah. And we'll wait for the kick from Matt Neely, kicker for the Cougars, as they kick it deep. 2 men back for a Creek, and another onside kick.
Oh, and here North Harrison got it again.
And a great onside kick. That's just the way you draw it up. Through the hands of Ben Landers.
Of all players. He is upset with himself because his coach expected an onside kick. He had his hands, people out on the front line getting ready for the kick, and the North Harrison kicker did Matt Neely made a nice onside kick.
1st and 10 Cougars, ball at the 46-yard line, and a great break for them to get the second half underway. They'd love to get a drive, tie this ball game up, or maybe even take the lead. Neville.
Ooh. Oh.
Picked up a yard, no more. 2nd and 9. Tough yard that time.
Yeah, very tough yard. Good tackling there. That was Ben Blue. Is that the way he pronounced his last name?
Ben
Blue?
Blues.
Ben Blues. He made a nice tackle on that play.
Yeah, met him right at the line of scrimmage.
Held him to 1 yard.
Nice tackle. It's a hard-nosed football team. I mean, these kids are going to go home tonight, and tomorrow morning they wake up, they're going to go, why am I hurting so much?
It's everywhere.
2nd and 9. Neville straight ahead. Looked like he had nothing, ends up with about 4. It'll be 3rd and 5.
Yeah, LaShawn Mays stunted, came in and just barely missed the tackle in the backfield. So, yeah, Silver Creek's defensive game plan now is to stunt to bring in the linebackers. I'm watching their defensive coach here giving signals, and he is giving every signal that I've ever seen. But I think some of those are, hey, blitz and find a hole and find a gap and blitz.
3rd down play. Neville to the right. Down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 4th and about 4. And this is a tough situation for them.
Yeah. Cole Davidson makes a nice tackle from his outside linebacker spot. And he's not a big young man either, but he hit Neville down around the knees.
Well, that's where you're going to have to hit him to make the stop.
So we got North Harrison is behind the chains again, Mike. It's 4th and 5. A little bootleg pass. They got both backs on the same side. Is it the counter? No, it's the bootleg.
There's the pass.
No.
And this one's thrown out of bounds, incomplete. And if you're going to make that pass, you've got to at least put a ball in the field of play to
he's
make
got
a
to
catch.
keep it in play. And I'll tell you, Colt Beach, he throws a pretty nice ball. It's got a nice tight spiral on it. But he needs to get his eyes downfield and look for other receivers, because the receiver going down the middle was open.
Yeah. Turnover on downs. Silver Creek gets the ball back after the loss on the onside kick. 1st and 10. Meyer under center. Quick pitch to Landers. In trouble. Dances around. Almost broke free. Came back and picked up a couple.
Well, he made a little bit out of nothing, because the toss from the quarterback was high, and he had to secure the ball before he could actually turn upfield.
Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Ball out to the 43-yard line.
I'm thinking that's the first time Landers carried the ball wasn't a touchdown.
Jake Lucas checks in. Trey Shane out. Lucas goes in motion, fakes the handoff, comes back, counter. Ben
Nice
Landers.
play.
Oh, well-designed play. Landers stays on his feet. Finally taken out of bounds by Aiden Combs. Last man to get to him.
Nice play. But see, that's what we're talking about, how diversified Silver Creek's offense has become.
Combs.
You know, Mike, just a minute. Here's something you probably don't see very often that I thought was really neat. The referee was back there working with one of the North Harrison players who was down on the field, and the referee actually got down and helped the kid up off the ground and patted him on the butt and sent him back in. I thought that was really cool on that referee's part to do that.
Isaiah Stuffle, the player, got a little help from the ref. Quick pitch, Landers inside the 25. And it'll be 2nd down and about 6.
But going back to Silver Creek, how diversified their offense is, that counter play was a beautiful play. It happened right in front of us, so you could see the whole thing develop. The lineman pulling, the backs faking one way, the other back coming back inside. Quarterback footwork was just fun to watch.
Looked just like you would have run it in the pregame.
Yep.
2nd and 6. Man in motion, but the handoff to LaShawn Mays breaks the first tackle, and he'll have the first down. Fights for more inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10, I believe. Yep.
Should be.
LaShawn Mays takes it down to about the 16. Which is enough
and you know, if we ever give the stiff arm award, he's definitely, because he used it again. He's got a wicked stiff arm.
1st and 10, ball inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line. Silver Creek threatening again into the red zone. Quarterback in the pistol. Mays, the single setback. Man in motion. And they hand it to the motion, or in the direction of the motion.
Ooh.
And that was close to a horse collar tackle, but then no flag, so they're not going to call it.
Yeah, normally they don't call horse collar right there at the line of scrimmage on those tackles. That's usually an open field kind of call.
Right.
That was just a high tackle.
About no gain there, so ball back to the 17-yard line, and Mays didn't really get started that time. 2nd and 10. Fans wanted a penalty, didn't get it. Dylan Meyer, the quarterback, under center. Takes the snap, turns to his left. Quick pitch to Ben Landers. Meyer's trying to get out there and lead some blocking. Well, that's a pretty generous quarterback.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks I played with ran the other way.
And I'll be honest with you, Mike, I wouldn't want my quarterback as a blocker, because, first of all, they get in the way. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to block. They get in the way.
Yeah.
And secondly, if they're in the way, they're going to get hurt. So I would have the quarterback on a toss play going the other direction, run the other way.
Myers with Mays and fumble. Myers picks it up, tries to turn it into something. Yeah, most of the time the quarterbacks I played with did what we called the Olay block.
Yeah. Yes.
Looked like a bullfighter.
Yeah, Olay.
That's going to be a 4th down play. Fumble on the snap. Myers never really had it, so I think it was supposed to go to Ben Landers, but never got the chance.
4th and 5. I thought maybe they might line up for a field goal here, but Dylan Myers is going to throw a pass, so he's going to do a sprint-out, rollout pass. Probably, well, let's see. He's got everybody in tight again.
Interesting call
Maybe
here.
Not.
And another bad exchange. And a loose ball covered by Silver Creek, but it's going to turn over on downs.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, Mike, interesting. I always watch that kind of thing, and the snap, the quarterback center exchange on some of the other plays was a little shaky. So something's happening there, and I don't know if they've got a new center in the game.
I think it was Riley Gunther.
So
if
that's
I'm not mistaken.
Their starting
wait,
center.
No, Gunther was not in there. And he's on the sidelines at the moment, I believe. He's not in on defense right now either. So, not sure what's going on. We'll have to see if we can locate him.
Well, one of the things I'm going to do is get my quarterback and my center together and work on their exchange. That's 78. That's Riley Gunther.
Yeah, okay, he's on the sideline. Yep, they're over
they're
there practicing.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get them together and say, what's going on here, boys?
Gain of 5 that time by Aaron Neville. It'll be second down at 5. Ball out to the 19-yard line. And North Harrison got a lot of field in front of them, but if they want to put together a long drive.
See, that was there. See, just in this practice here, Dylan Myers, his hands are getting separated on the exchange. See? You see how he's doing the bobbling a little bit?
Yeah. Not sure what's going on there.
There you go. That's better.
Second and 5.
Well, I'm going to give you a coaching tip here.
Neville got some room. Yeah.
Okay, no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Trey Shane comes in with a stop, but Bryson Gatlin also helped out.
You see how when I take the exchange from the center, how my thumbs fit and my palms and my hands all fit. See how that fits? God made quarterbacks' hands like that so they're fit together like that.
God did that.
So first thing you look at your quarterback is if his hands are like this,
he's done something
He can't play quarterback.
Now that's how you determine.
Yes.
First and 10, Aaron Neville, great pickup last time. Fights for yards. He pick up a couple more there. It'll be second down and 8.
See, we needed a visual. we needed a visual of that.
I'm pretty sure the folks at home didn't want to see that, though.
But it's true. That's how. See how your hands and your fingers, everything fits together perfectly. Yeah, or if you can do it like this, but that's a good way to do it.
You've just gone full Madden on me in the booth here.
We're going to scrimmage. We're going to set up. We got enough people here to set up a scrimmage.
Ashton says this is my last game. I'll tell you right now. Second and 8.
All right, here we go. Back to the game.
Straight ahead.
I don't think that was Neville, though.
I don't believe it was.
Whitaker.
A little bit of a change up that time. Why not? Neville has carried the ball a lot. He's got to be up near 30 carries so far.
Well, he had 29 at halftime.
Yeah, so it's that's a workload.
And they've given him a break. He's not in there right now.
3rd and 4. North Harrison trying to pick up a first down.
Little bootleg pass. Come on, run it. Nope.
And a quick pitch out to the left. Whitaker going to try to get to the corner. Good defense. Great pursuit.
Whitaker's got a little bit of speed, but I don't think he's going to outrun the Silver Creek defense. But he's got it in a 4th and 1, which is go for it.
Yeah, they're at the 41-yard line at 4th and 1, and Aaron Neville comes
back in. I bet Aaron Neville carries it off tackle.
They don't surprise you. This is a big play for North Harrison. They have got to convert this play. 4th and 1. Hand off to the left side. First down and a lot more. Neville on the run. Inside the 40 down to about the 33-yard line. Maybe the 34. Big hit that time.
And, Mike, that's the danger when you blitz those linebackers like Silver Creek has been doing almost every play is the running back gets past that initial line of scrimmage, there's nobody there except some small cornerbacks to make plays.
When you sell out on the blitz, you're guessing. And if you guess wrong, that's what happens.
Yep.
Big gain that time by Aaron Neville. 1st and 10 ball to 34. Big break for North Harrison. Keeps the drive alive. 1st and 10. Hand off to Whitaker. And just not didn't get started. Picked up maybe a yard.
With 37, Whitaker up the middle. Tackle on the play number 20.
And it'll be 2nd and 9, we'll say.
Second down and 9.
Clock down to 3 minutes here in the third quarter. No scoring in the second half so far.
Boy, that clock turns fast when their teams are running the ball on every play, doesn't it?
Sure does. Clock will stop on an incompletion, but if you keep running, it keeps going. Straight ahead is Aaron Neville. Picked up a couple, no more. It'll be 3rd and long, and that's, as you said, behind the chains. 3rd and 7. Ball down to the 31-yard line. 2.5 to go in the third quarter. I don't think they care at all about what's on the clock.
No.
They just simply want to keep the ball.
Keep the ball. Silver Creek doesn't have it. They can't score.
Neville, the tailback. Beach, the quarterback. Hands off to Neville. Stretch out to the right side.
Pick up about 3. It's going to be 4th and 3, Mike.
Looks like it.
Yeah, 4th
and 3.
Yeah, short 3.
They've already picked up 1 4th down on this drive. Can they do it again? Keep it alive.
Brings up 4th down 3.
Almost to the end of the third quarter. No score here in the second half. 20-14 overall. Silver Creek with the advantage. North Harrison trying to fight back into this one. Big 4th down play. 4th and 3. Neville met right there.
Met solidly at the line of scrimmage.
Silver Creek comes up with a big stop. Defense.
Holy cow. How many gray shirts are in on that tackle? 1, 2, 3, 5. I counted 5 gray shirts got up off that pile.
Stuff the hole, and they get the ball back. That is the way you do it.
Yep.
I think they had like 13 defenders out there that play.
And Dane Longwood, number 70, a senior, 5'10", 275. That's the prototypical nose tackle I was telling you about. He was big on that play. And he's big on that play because they can't move him out of there.
1st and 10. Silver Creek takes over on downs. Ball at the 25-yard line. And here we go the other direction. No score in this half. Trey Shane, the man in motion. Dylan Meyer, hands off. Was that Landers? It was. Yep. Ben Landers.
Landers on the carry. Run the left side, picks up the tackle on the play number 12.
Picked up just about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Yep. Good defense from North Harrison.
Yeah, it was good defense. That was that counter play that they ran successfully right here in front of us a little bit ago.
Fooled them the first time, not that time though.
Yeah. And this third quarter just is rapidly moving along.
Under a minute to go. Silver Creek. Myers in the pistol. Man in motion. Handoff. LaShawn Mays finds some room on the right side and rumbles out to the 35-yard line. And that'll be 3rd and 1.
Looks like it'll be about 3rd and 1 or 2 yards.
We put it down at the 34. It'll be about 3rd and a long one.
Long one.
So they got time to get one more play off here.
Yes.
If they desire, and they do. Clock down under 20 seconds to go. Myers back, waits for the snap. Motion to the left. They run to the left. LaShawn Mays uses that stiff arm.
Yeah. He used a stiff arm that time to push his offensive lineman out of the way. His offensive lineman was the one blocking the hole.
If you're in front of him, you just know you're going to get pushed.
Yes.
1st down carry by LaShawn Mays, and that gets the ball out to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 Silver Creek. 5 seconds to go in the third quarter. See what they dial up here on this 1st and 10.
And you notice Silver Creek has gone into their shotgun formation now, not taking any chances on.
The jet sweep. Trey Shane, and that one went nowhere at the end of 3. It'll be about 2nd down and 14. Loss of 4 on that carry.
You don't see Trey Shane get caught for a loss very often.
Not very often. Well, that's the end of the quarter.
This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back. 3 quarters in the books. 1 more to go. Silver Creek lead North Harrison at the break 20-14. And that jet sweep, one of the few plays tonight that went backwards for Silver Creek.
Yeah, maybe the only play that's gone backwards, except for the fumbles.
Good defense by North Harrison. Give them credit on that. They solved it. 2nd down and 14. Myers back. LaShawn Mays.
Nice hole.
Right side.
Nice hole.
Keeps fighting. Stays in bounds. Finally steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He doesn't quit.
He's hard to bring down. He got some good moves. He spins a lot. He keeps his feet moving. And he's really a wonderful-looking tailback. Yeah, he's 6'1" and 210 pounds, and a sophomore.
He's going to be one of the players that people will be talking about in the next couple of years for sure.
I agree.
Indiana. 1st and 10. Snap. LaShawn Mays getting more work.
Another nice hole.
Pounds it up to the left side. Pick up about 6, maybe 7. It'll be 2nd and short. And a late flag coming in. We'll see who it's against.
About the 24-yard line. Did we get our first one? The 39-yard line. There is a flag on the play. They'll pick it up. Watch it. Yeah, I don't want to call that. Pick it up.
A lot of commentary from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
The
personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against North Harrison.
15-yard penalty and a 1st down.
You know, be honest with you, Mike, I don't think I've seen a game that had this many unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the 3rd one maybe tonight?
Yeah, both teams have been guilty, but that's the first time North Harrison got flagged for it, but that one's costly.
Yeah.
Inside the 25 to the 24, it'll be 1st and 10, and
you got to keep your composure. In a game like this, hard-hitting, close, both teams giving it 100%. Those little mistakes are the difference between winning and losing.
Yeah, and that's a big one.
Oh.
Snap, ball on the ground. LaShawn Mays picks it up, and that little delay gives him some room. Finds a hole. And we need to tell you folks that you need to cast your vote for Glycod's Player of the Week, presented by Shelter Insurance Agent Colby Martin. Beginning tomorrow morning through noon on Wednesday, you can vote for the area's top performer at Glycod.com. All winners will be announced via social media on Wednesday afternoon. I believe last week it may have been Joe Bowling from Salem.
I think it was. You know, I actually, guess who I voted for him again.
Yeah, me too.
Did you good?
I did.
Let's see. How many times?
I only vote once.
I know.
This isn't Chicago.
Oh, we got another flag.
Oh, my goodness.
Now what? Holding.
On a broken play, a holding penalty costs Silver Creek 10 yards, and that'll be 1st and 20. So, ball back to the 34.
Okay, now let's go back to play football again,
See
boys.
if we can get this one under control.
Yeah.
1st and 20. Gunther to Myers tonight. Been a little problematic for Silver Creek. Myers puts it downfield, has a man wide open, makes the catch.
Nice catch, nice pass, running left. Myers sprinting left. Doesn't even get his feet set. I mean, he's throwing that ball 30 yards on the run downfield.
At the 10:55 mark, Ben Landers' 34-yard pass.
But the Dragons are going for 2.
And the Dragons will go for 2 here as they lead by 12. 10:55 to go in the ball game. LaShawn Mays, the single tailback. Myers in the pistol. Man in motion is Landers. And they go that direction. Catch.
Easy. Yeah, you're right. That was pitch and catch. That was easy to do.
And it's 28-14. Great looking series that time after all the penalties got out of the way.
We might call that the drive of the game right there, Mike.
That may be. May be the decisive one in the fourth quarter with 10:55 to go in the ball game. Silver Creek makes it a 2-score game once again. Got a tip of the hat so far, though, to North Harrison. Clearly, they're, I don't want to say they're a one-trick pony team. They're very specific in what they do offensively, but they fought hard so far.
They have, they've stymied Silver Creek in certain times and frustrated Silver Creek a little bit on offense. So, yeah, they're doing a fine job. Coach Williamson has got his team playing as hard as they can play, and you're right, they're limited offensively, but what they're limited to do, they're doing very well.
I think this is a good test for Silver Creek, especially if they have any aspirations to make a run in the postseason. They're going to have to play some hard-nosed football and figure out how to stop some good running teams.
Right.
East Central has usually been their bugaboo in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and East Central's one of the top teams in the state of Indiana, so it's unfortunate that they're in your region or your sectional.
Yeah.
But you've got, to be the best, you got to beat the best, Mike.
Exactly. And this is a good test. This has been a good game. Silver Creek showing their weapons tonight, but North Harrison acquitting themselves quite nicely as well. No shame on either side.
Nope, they're playing hard.
Good football game. And a squib kick going to be taken by one of the upbacks. Or, no, he missed it, whiffed. And it's covered downfield by Yoakum. And he'll just fall on it. Peyton Yoakum.
Yeah. Looked like a shortstop that forgot to put his glove on the ground to make that catch. Ball just went right through his legs.
That was a whiff.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10, North Harrison takes over on their own 26-yard line. They trail by 2 scores. Just under 11 minutes to go in the ball game. They still have plenty of time, but they're not built for a lot of points in a short amount of time, so they got to get moving.
Yep, they were going to have to score on this drive here. This is going to be important. Oh, and they're going to throw it up.
Gold
and
Beach
he's got a man open. Yes, he does.
And goes out of bounds just past midfield. And the first pass of the night that's completed is a big hit. Bryson Gatlin on the stop, but he'll pick up about 27 yards on that pass.
I don't know. It looked like Sawyer Wetzel. Was it number 8 on the catch? It's all the way across the field, so it's hard to say.
I believe that was Wetzel.
Yeah, nice play. There you go. They tricked us.
Ball on the 48-yard line. North Harrison has a weapon. And there he is. Neville trying to bounce it to the outside, and he just kept bouncing. There was nowhere to go.
Good pursuit by Silver Creek. There's so much pursuit that I keep waiting for North Harrison maybe to have some kind of counter, some kind of reverse, something to come back away from all that action. Silver Creek is overplaying it.
Marginal gain, we'll say it's 2nd down and 10. North Harrison trying to find the end zone. Pass, throws in the middle, and I believe that's Neville who made the catch.
He did.
Down to close to the 40-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and short. North Harrison.
4-down territory, too.
Showing some different looks right now.
And kind of confusing Silver Creek's defense.
They'll bring it up to the line. 3rd and about 1.5. Definitely 2-down territory here. Beach hands off to Whitaker. He's got the first down. They needed about 1.5 yards. He got 3.
Yep.
So 1st and 10, North Harrison. Nice looking drive so far by North Harrison.
And they've thrown a few different wrinkles at Silver Creek. A couple passes, a little bootleg, nice plays.
Whitaker, the tailback. He gets the handoff, goes to the left side. He'll pick up a few before he's corralled and driven back by Ben Landers and company.
And company, right. And
Jake Lucas?
It was. Yep.
Picked up a couple. It'll be down to the 35. Second down at 8. Just under 9 minutes to go in the ball game.
I'm trying to see if Neville's back in again. No, he's still not in.
Interesting time to rest your stud.
Colt Beach still at quarterback. Got a spread. North Harrison's in a spread offense.
Quick pass
screen.
out. That's a lateral.
That is lateral.
Whitaker gets it, and the defense
Not
responds.
Much, yeah.
Loss of a loss of about 4, all the way back to the 39-yard line. It's going to be third and 12. Tough spot for them.
Well, they've converted before, and remember, they're always in 4-down territory.
That they brought
so
the
they got a
punter
whole
out
new
there.
group in.
The punter came out, and it was only
third down.
I think there was a little confusion there.
Better hurry, though. They don't need to get a penalty.
Play clock down to 10.
And Neville's not in the game again, and they're in a spread. They're going to pass. Quarterback draw.
And the quarterback had a lunch sandwich there.
Well, that was a quarterback draw, but the key is that the linemen have to block for a second. And
Timmy Clark makes the stop. Sean Mays comes hobbling off. Looks like he turned his ankle. Looks like his right side. They're going to check him out. Punting team out for North Harrison. Trey Shane deep. And Jake Lucas. High snap. Going to have to hurry.
Oh, and it's roughing the punter.
No.
Oh, no. It's not roughing the punter.
How they didn't call it, I don't know.
He must have touched the ball. He must have got a piece of the ball.
Wow, interesting call, but he got away with it.
Yeah, Mark Williamson across the way is a little upset, to say the least.
Livid is a good word.
Yes. The only thing I can think, Mikey, that if they got a piece of the ball, it's not roughing the punter.
1st and 10, it is Silver Creek ball. Ball on the 27-yard line. No penalty, and that is a break for the Dragons. 7:02 to go in the ball game. Myers in the pistol. Single tailback. Mays is out. Had a hobbled ankle. I believe that's Carver Hoffman.
Yeah, and you know, as good as LaShawn Mays is as a power runner, Carter Hoffman is got the speed. Is another one of the speed backs for Silver Creek. So they miss Mays' power, but
they don't
Hoffman,
lose much.
No, Hoffman's got the speed and the quicks.
Hoffman, just a sophomore, picked up 13 on the first carry of the night for him. 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line.
You know, it's interesting, Mike, also that Coach Papenhausen has enough confidence that he puts a new running back in the game and lets him carry it on the very first time he's in the game.
And he's a sophomore.
Yeah.
And he gets his second carry and gets more positive yards. He'll pick up about 3 before he gets stopped this time. Tackled by Garrett Schroeder and others.
You know, one of my rules, my own personal rules, was when I put a new running back in the game, they didn't carry it on the very first time they were in the game because I wanted them at least to get
the jitters out.
Yeah, just to get the jitters out. And when you put them in the game, the one thing you say to them is secure the ball. Secure the ball.
2nd and 7.
They got him back under center again.
Quick pitch out to Ben Landers, looking for a seam.
Nope, nothing there.
Good pursuit by the defense.
That almost looked like it was going to be a halfback or tailback pass, didn't it? Didn't he look like he wanted to pass?
It gave you that impression.
But I looked downfield, there wasn't a receiver, so it really wasn't. It was just a toss play.
Matt Neely on the stop, along with Schrader.
if Coach Papenhaus has got that play in his arsenal of plays, a little tailback toss pass, it would have been wide open because there wasn't one North Harrison defender deep.
Well, if there's anybody that can throw it, it would be Ben Landers, who filled in at quarterback most of the season last year when Dylan Myers went out with an injury.
That's
Third
right.
and 7. We know he can throw. Dylan Myers rolls out to his left. This is tough for a quarterback. Turns, doesn't quite get to the receiver.
Miles Roundtree.
Yeah. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. And is this the punting team for Silver Creek?
We go all the way into we go into the 4th quarter, and we saw North Harrison's punter, and now we see Silver Creek's punter in.
No punts until more than halfway through the 1st quarter or 4th quarter.
Is that McIntyre? Is he the punter also? I believe so.
Yeah. Colby Whitaker deep for the Cougars.
He's a dangerous return man. We saw that at the opening kickoff.
See what kind of trying to set up a return.
Nice punt.
Oh, that's a deep punt.
Nice punt.
Whitaker just going to have to protect himself. Makes the catch and goes to the ground.
Maybe the best punt we've seen this year, Mike, because we were talking about that in almost every game we covered. We haven't seen a good punter.
Jonathan McIntyre, he's really come alive. He may be our kicker of the year so far.
We're going to vote him kicker of the year. Well, not yet.
We'll give him the Golden Toe Award.
Yeah, not yet. we got the stiff arm and the golden toe.
Well, you know what? We got to come up with new awards.
That's right.
1st and 10. North Harrison in a tight spot now, under 5 minutes to go, and they got a long way to go to get back in this one, trailed by 2 scores. Beach back in the shotgun, forced up, rolls to his right, looks downfield, and sees nothing but orange and gray.
Yeah, it's good coverage downfield. It really had nothing open. 2 receivers, and Silver Creek had 3 defenders covering the two receivers. There was nothing open there.
Yeah, very great coverage by the secondary of the Dragons. It'll loses 7 on the sack, so it'll be 2nd and 17.
And you can see that this is not what North Harrison is built to do.
Hard to hold those blocks for that length of time as well. Beach back in the shotgun. Couple back there to protect him. Looks downfield, makes the pass.
Yeah, good pass. Nice quick, crisp spiral.
They'll get some yards, but not nearly enough. Picked up a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 15. And that pass.
Now, we haven't seen Aaron Neville back in the game. I'm looking back.
Yeah, he's out right now. He may not be one of their best pass receivers, and they're definitely in a passing situation here. 3rd and 15.
Yeah, they got spread, shotgun.
Beach puts it up, throws it out.
Open.
10.
It's going to be 4th and
4th and about 4.
4, 5. So are you still in 4-down territory? I say yes. I say go for it because you're in a position now. 3 minutes left.
Yeah, you
got
really
2
don't have a
scores.
choice.
You know, if you're going to get beat by 2 touchdowns or 3 touchdowns, it doesn't matter. You need to score, and you're not going to score by punting.
It's going to be 4th and 5. Ball on the 30-yard line. They've got to get just past the 35 to pick up the 1st down. And this could be the play of the game.
All right, Neville's back in the game, so let's see what they're going to do with Neville.
Why did the clock stop on that?
I don't know.
Shouldn't have stopped on that 3rd down.
Oh, 1st down, nice pass. Colt Beach throws a nice strike over there. And they better be careful. They're going to get another penalty.
Trying to see who he targeted. It's Caleb Kellums.
Number 2, I believe, wasn't it?
Kellums, yep.
Yep.
1st down.
Kellums. Nice pass by.
Needed 5. He got about 9. So 1st and 10. Ball out to the 39-yard line.
Nice pass too. I mean, he gets it. And he loads up quickly and throws the ball quick. He's doing all right.
Whitaker, the deep back, takes the handoff, bounces it out to the.
Oof! Nice tackle.
Great pursuit by the defense.
Ben Landers. No, not Ben Landers. I'm sorry.
Bryson Gatlin.
Yeah. I saw the 2 and just assumed it was Landers because he's everywhere on the field. He's making all the plays. He's running the ball. He's tackling. He's returning kicks.
I'm surprised he's not a cheerleader on the sidelines at times. Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6. Quick pitch to Whitaker. Tries to get up some forward progress. He'll get maybe a yard or 2.
Yeah.
Didn't look like much. But
3rd and 5. Yeah, he got a yard. 3rd and 5.
I say 3rd and 4. Not bad.
Yep. 3rd and 4.
It's tough, but this is 2-down territory. Right. 2 minutes left in the game. Quarterback Beach moving his players around.
Yeah, he's going to toss it to Whitaker.
Whitaker, quick pitch.
Geez. He's hit hard right
Big
at the line
hit.
scrimmage.
Good defense. Gatlin and others.
Gatlin and Ben Landers. I'm not sure which one made the first contact, but Whitaker's head kind of snapped back at the initial hit.
Drake Spears also in on that stop. He put in a lick. 4th and 2. Big 4th down play.
Gatlin. He stopped. Nothing.
Not going to get there.
He's still going. He's still going.
And that's going to be the ball game, basically.
Yep. Big stop for Silver Creek. 126 left. Big stop by Silver Creek.
Neville, no gain, and that's going to turn over on downs with 1:26 to go. North Harrison has 4 timeouts left, but do you burn them here?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would say, hey, if I'm on the other side, I'm going to coach it right to the very end. So I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to burn them all. They don't carry over to the next game.
Try to get the stop.
Yeah, try to get a stop. And, God, sometimes things happen. Guys fumble. You never know.
It is high school football.
Yep.
1st and 10. Myers, LaShawn Mays straight ahead. Couple of yards, maybe 3. Inside the 45.
We've seen a couple quarterback exchanges fumbled. We saw a bad snap from the center on the shotgun. Things happen.
2nd and 7.
I told you that story of what happened when I was an assistant coach at PRP when we lost to Valley.
Yep.
And we were in the victory formation and the quarterback fumbled.
Yeah, that's a no-no. Play clock down to 16. So game clock under a minute. And North Harrison chooses not to use their timeouts. So Silver Creek's going to run the clock on this.
Silver Creek goes to 7-0.
Timeout taken by the Dragons.
But all that matters, that 7-0 means nothing next week.
That's right. We'll go ahead and take a quick timeout with them. We'll be back right after this on Glycod.
Nobody wants to be told that they have cancer. When you find out that you have cancer, you want to make sure and try to get it treated as quickly as possible. That's what Priority Radiology did for me. The time they saved me from fretting about it is something I can't repay. They got me my results within 3 hours. It's unheard of to get that kind of results that quick. I can't hardly tell you how important that was for my mental state. It really helped me get through that day.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here in the 4th quarter of a good one. Score 28-14. Silver Creek burned a timeout there as they let the clock run down under the 40-second mark. So 39.7 if you want to be splitting some hairs. Our on-screen clock won't give you those tenths of a second. So it says 39, and that's what we stick with.
And Mike, we said this was going to be a good game. On paper, it looked like Silver Creek was a prohibitive favorite. But North Harrison gave it everything they had. It was, we said the game's not played on paper, it's played with the kids' hearts. North Harrison played with a great deal of heart against a team that I think one of the best teams in this area, and I'd put them against anybody in our area.
Yeah. North Harrison heads off the field. There are no handshakes due to the COVID protocols. Silver Creek gets the win tonight. The final score, the Dragons 28, the Cougars 14. Time has run out on this one. We'll start our post-game coverage right after this on Glycod. And by the way, before I forget, let me say this one more time before we go to the break. Don't forget to cast your vote for Glycod's Player of the Week, presented by Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. Beginning tomorrow morning through noon on Wednesday, you can vote for the area's top performer at Glycod.com. All winners will be announced via social media on Wednesday afternoon. Stand by. Post-game coverage right after this.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What? No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
A proud supporter of the Providence Pioneers and Southern Indiana High School athletics, Mack Construction is a second-generation company that provides quality workmanship in heavy civil construction, asphalt, and streetscape while maintaining focus on worksite safety and productivity. Put Mack Construction's nearly 40 years of award-winning service to work for your project. For more information, visit MackConstruction.com. Mack Construction. Experience. Reputation. Solutions.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. If you have crime information to report, contact the Clark County Sheriff's Office tip line at 812-280-2276 or email tips@clarkcosheriff.com.
Welcome back here. Post-game coverage underway here at Glycod. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek, and time to run through the drives of the game. And we'll start out. The scoring began at the 10:54 mark. North Harrison struck first. Great kickoff return that set them up. 1 yard Aaron Neville carry, and the extra point made it 7-0. Then at the 4:52 mark, Silver Creek answered on a 7-yard run by LaShawn Mays in the end zone. Extra point good. Tie ball game at 7. At the end of the first quarter ran down, 1:32 to go. 66-yard hit. Ben Landers took off from first down. Nobody got to him. 14-7 after the extra point. Scoring continued in the second quarter at the 9:55 mark. A 33-yard scamper by Trey Shane. Extra point was missed. The score stood at 20-7. Right at the end of the half, with no time on the clock, Aaron Neville punched it in to make the halftime score 20-14 after the extra point. Third quarter scoreless, and then the fourth quarter at 10:55, Ben Landers received a 34-yard pass from Dylan Myers. 2-point conversion, Myers to Landers again, and that gives you the final score of the game, 28-14. Now it's time for our drive of the game, and so what do you think that might be, Jim?
Well, the drive of the game has to be the fourth quarter drive Silver Creek had to put the game away. They overcame, they got a break on a couple penalties, but they overcame a 10-yard holding penalty that put them in a long yardage situation. That was when Dylan Myers threw the long pass to Ben Landers. So to me, that's the drive of the game, because that put the game away. That really made North Harrison tried to do things that they don't necessarily do, and that was they had to start passing the ball.
All right, well, that's your drive of the game tonight, brought to you by the Jim Butner Auto Group, where they're striving to keep you driving. Stand by. We'll be back with our outstanding players of the game right after this on Glycod.
This second shift. This old pair of pants. This staycation. This brown bag lunch. At American Family Insurance, we understand what it takes to make your new kitchen, that new car, or your new house a reality. It's the same as it takes to protect it. To protect your new life, your future, your dreams.
Yes, I'm a dreamer.
The only name you need to know for all your auto repair needs is Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Sure, our name might be hard to say, but we can fix everything no one else wants to fix. Big or small, we can do it all. Foreign or domestic, if it needs repair, Voyniers can handle the job. The only thing high-tech about us is what we do, and we're upfront with you and we'll do the job right. One thing we have to sell is our time, and we won't waste yours. Voyniers Auto and Truck Repair. Family-owned since 1981. Call us for all of your auto repair needs.
Hey, who are you? Oh, hey, Jeff, I'm a car thief. What? I'm here to steal your car because, well, that's my job. What? 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 It happens. And you got cut-rate car insurance? Paying for this could feel like getting robbed twice. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem. Like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected.
Looking for new ways to connect with your customer? Did you know that local grassroots marketing is the most effective? For a successful economic approach, email info@glycod.com or call 502-551-5027.
You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Our post-game coverage continues, and it's time now for our most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by Jeffersonville Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. Auto rates are falling at Shelter Insurance, and now is a great time. Give Colby a call for your home and auto protection plan. You can call him at 812-246-3001. Tonight's winners, well, let's unveil them, shall we? Surprise, Aaron Neville for North Harrison.
Aaron Neville for North Harrison. That was an easy pick for us. Aaron had 41 carries for 174 yards. But, and this tells you something about Silver Creek's defense too, in the second half, he only had 12 carries for 57 yards, which is way below his average, because in the first half he had 29 carries for 117 yards. So 174 yards is a good night's work for any back. Aaron Neville, that's probably below his average, but he was an outstanding player for North Harrison tonight.
Had a great game in a losing effort for the Cougars. LaShawn Mays gets the nod for
everything.
Yeah, I mean, he was fantastic both sides of the ball. Ben Landers would be an easy pick as well, but I think it was the stiff arms that swayed me.
Well, I think what swayed me was the way he
too.
played defense, how he, at linebacker, he took down Aaron Neville several times one-on-one. That's quite an accomplishment in itself. That gives you Most Valuable Player award right there. But he offensively, defensively, he's on kicking team, he's on the kickoff. He's a complete football player, and he's a good-looking prospect, too.
That's right. Well, tip of the hat both to Aaron Neville of North Harrison and LaShawn Mays Jr. of Silver Creek, our outstanding players of the game tonight, brought to you by Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. And don't forget that you can cast your vote for our Player of the Week, presented by Shelter Insurance agent Colby Martin. There he is again, beginning tomorrow morning through noon on Wednesday. You can vote for the area's top performer at glycod.com. All winners will be announced via social media on Wednesday afternoon. Stand by, more post-game coverage, including a look where we'll be next week. That's coming up next on Glycod.
How do you measure success? In points?
fights, in wins, or trophies. At Shelter Insurance, we measure success in the quality of our products and services, in how we support our communities, in being there when you need us most. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up.
Shut up, Jeff. I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
The Clark County Youth Coalition, Clark County's local coordinating council for a drug-free Indiana, presents What's Your Side Effect? Join the movement of thousands of young people working together to build a better world through living healthy, passionate, drug-free lifestyles. Our program includes tips that will help you live the good life and make chasing your dreams a lot easier. Get healthy, get inspired, get the facts at what'syoursideeffect.org.
Funding provided by the State of Indiana, Division of Mental Health and Addiction.
I'm a bunch of wind. And just like your stomach after that strip mall sushi, well, I'm a bit unpredictable. Let's redecorate. What's the matter, Tanya? I thought you loved being spontaneous. I do. And if you got the wrong home insurance coverage, I might break the bank too. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Call Jeffersonville Allstate agent Packy Page today at 812-282-2970. Subject to terms, conditions, and coverage selected. You're watching Southern Indiana High School football from Glycod.
Welcome back here. Post-game coverage continues. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek. The best stuff never heard. It's all in the booth. But time to wind things down here. Let's take a final look at the scoreboard. Some games close to being finished, others delayed because of the lights at Jeffersonville. We'll run through the scores as we have them. Brownstown heading to victory over Clarksville tonight, 56-20. Floyd Central gets the win on the road at Jennings County, 55-13. New Albany leading Seymour heading into the fourth quarter, 28-14. Providence extends their lead against Mitchell, 27-8. Corydon on top of Charlestown, I think at the end of 3, 14-0 in that game, a corrected score. And that Madison has a lead at Jeffersonville, hoping to spoil their Newfield debut. They lead at half, 20-7. So you former Cubs coach, you got to be pretty happy with that one.
You know, not to pick sides on any game, but as a former Madison Cub coach, I'm proud to see the Cubs winning at halftime, and hopefully they can carry it through the rest of the game. Not to wish any ill will against the Red Devils.
Oh, of course not.
But I do have a little stake in Madison.
Well, you coach there, so you would certainly have to have a little bit of fondness for that. I would expect that. So final thoughts on this one before we look ahead. North Harrison, valiant effort, played really hard, lots to be happy about. Just came up short. I don't think they quite had the weapons.
Well, you know, I was looking through my notes before the game, the keys to victory. North Harrison, to win the game, had to have no turnovers. They didn't have any turnovers tonight.
Nope.
They did a good job on that. They had to control the ball and the clock. And for the most part, they did a really good job of controlling the ball and controlling the clock. I'll use the third quarter as an example. The third quarter went so quick. It was a 12-minute quarter. It took 12 minutes in time to play it.
Yeah.
Keep the Silver Creek offense on the sideline. When they did that, they were in the game and had the lead. When they didn't do that, Silver Creek's offense got on the field and scored all the time. Well, not all the time, but
almost at will.
Several times on one play. Stay ahead of the chains. When they did that, they scored first downs. They kept the Silver Creek on the sideline. They did take some chances on fourth down. They did that. So the keys to victory, North Harrison did it right to the game plan, and just came up short against a team that just had a few faster players. I'm going to just say faster players.
Yeah, it's clear the speed of Silver Creek probably was the difference in the game, but just a fine played game on both sides of the ball. And Silver Creek they needed a test. I think they got it tonight. They go into next week. They have a home game that'll be senior night here as they take on Brownstown Central. That'll be a marquee matchup.
It will be probably in this area the top game in the area. And I've said this before. I think Silver Creek is if not the top team, at least one of the two top teams in our area right now. And I'd put them against anybody that is in southern Indiana right now.
Frankly, the matchup that will not happen because they don't play each other is the matchup I'd like to see, and that's Silver Creek and Floyd Central.
I agree.
And speaking of the top two teams in southern Indiana, we mentioned Silver Creek. Well, we're going to see the other one finally catch the Highlanders on the road next week. We'll head up to Bedford North Lawrence High School up in Bedford, Indiana. A little bit of a drive, but it's worth it. We'll get to see Winkers Wright, Tristan Polk, and the Highlanders. They've been playing some good football, got a couple of lumps, get good Cincinnati Elder team, one of the best in the nation, and then always strong Columbus East handed them a lump. But they're cruising tonight over Jennings County, and I think they're going to set their sights on Bedford. They may not win the conference, but they're going to be a strong second.
And they'll be a strong sectional team also.
That's right. So,
and that's coming up. I think I heard the WKLO.
Yeah.
From Gordon, talking about this is the week they pick the sectional pairings.
So we'll find out about that. We should know all that next week.
That's always exciting. When I was coaching, that was always exciting to watch that and listen to it and who we're going to play and hope we don't draw Castle. Oh, we drew Castle.
Whoops. Don't say it out loud, and it happens. So anyway, that's where we'll be next week. Coverage begins at 6:30 pregame. 7 o'clock is the kickoff, and we hope you'll tune in then. Any final thoughts on this one before we say goodbye, Jim?
Well, I think it was very important for Silver Creek to have a test like this before they go into their big game next week. Coach, no matter what he said, they had to be looking forward to next week. So, they didn't. They hadn't been pressured since the second week against Salem, so they needed this test, and North Harrison certainly gave it to them tonight.
All right, well, they will no longer look ahead because ahead is next for them. So, but ahead for us, Floyd Central at Bedford North Lawrence, and the lights are out in Georgia.
They turned the lights off on us.
For the most in-depth coverage of Southern Indiana high school sports, visit GlyCod.com. Join us next week at Bedford for Floyd Central and the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. Tonight's executive producer, Steve Bird, Ashton Beck on graphics, Will Harper, fine job on camera, Jim Kazmarek on color, and myself, Mike Beck, your play-by-play host. Once again, final score, Silver Creek 28, North Harrison 14. Good night from Silver Creek. You've tuned into high school football on GlyCod. Until next week, God bless, take care, and have yourselves a great weekend. We'll see you, folks.
This has been Interstate Batteries Southern Indiana High School Football. Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable. Tonight's game was presented by Jim Butler Auto Group in Clarksville, striving to keep you driving. By the Clark County Youth Coalition. Get inspired, get the facts, visit what'syoursideeffect.org. By Allstate agent Packy Page. He puts you in good hands. By Priority Radiology in New Albany. You have a choice. By Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. And by Centra Credit Union.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @GlyCod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from GlyCod.